long journey. And if you told me 5 years ago this is bottom man, I'd have been scared to death, but I've been ready for it. But I feel like now I'm more equipped and more ready than ever to lead this team and lead this defense to an amazing season.
All right, we say good morning to everybody. Nothing like a little Zach Sealer first thing in the morning to make you feel pretty damn good, man. When you see a guy, again, put in all that work and gets rewarded and got a number that he felt comfortable with and ran he's ever made. The journey getting here to this point and being the MVP of the Miami Dolphins last year and everything else. Had his family with him yesterday. A pretty cool moment. I think everybody's jacked up for that guy to be one of the leaders of your team, which they got a lot of really good leaders on that team right now in different parts of the team too, kind of spread out. Anyway, hey, a lot of stuff yesterday. The coaches spoke. Hey, listen, man, when I'm always curious when you've got some parts of the team and you don't know how they are. I love to hear from the coaches. I do. And we've got some parts of this team that are really good and some that have to develop. Everybody knows we've beaten all these different parts up. And I just thought Anthony Weaver, the Fins defensive coordinator yesterday, was really good on the whole group and talked about his young corners. Hey, these are the guys that we have. I love them. We can play with them. We're going to win with them. He mentioned names. I'm always curious for the first names that pop up for the coach. Storm Duck, Ethan Bonner, Hilton, Sheffield, and then he was asked a lot about Jack Jones, who's got lots of talent, and the coach is just he's a real positive guy, but he's got a really good game plan. He feels good, and he said, hey, this defense is going to be really friggin' good. It's going to be really good. Now, I didn't expect him to go up there and go, man, this is kind of like draft day, when the draft's over and the GM stands up and goes, man, we got every guy we want. We are pumped. We got the guys. We needed, and nobody's ever going to say, like, hey, well, I wish, we could have had this guy or that guy. But, one thing about coaches, man, whatever you give them, they look at the head coach and the GM and go, we'll be fine. Because they're going to coach them up. They're going to put them in situations. They're going to give them a chance to have success. And that's what the good coaches do. That's what the good coordinators do. That's what the coaches do. Coach them up. How coaches look good. Coaches look good when their area, the position that they're responsible for plays well and guys are playing at a high level individually. And this happens and people go, hey, who's coaching this guy? Damn. That guy's doing a good job. And the Dolphins have some of those coaches. They have a lot of really, really good coaches on this staff. And so a lot of good stuff going on yesterday. I just love listening to Coach Bevel as well, talking about the quarterback situation and saying, hey, man, Zach Wilson has some scars, and we got to get rid of them. We got to help him get rid of those scars, better known as the Jets. And he got beat up pretty good mentally. He got beat up physically, and I'm guessing lost his confidence, right? Part of that, like Tua said one time, I lost my confidence. I didn't get it back till Mike got here. So it's a quarterback rehab that with a guy they think has lots and lots of talent. And Quinn Ewers has been, no matter what I think or who should start, I don't change how the right now, if the season was to start, I'd want Zach Wilson to be the backup just because he's seen things. There's something to be said for 33 starts and lots of experience, even if it's not always a great experience. But I got to tell you, man, and a lot of you have been asking for this, and a lot of you were right. Draft a guy that you like, that might have dropped for whatever reason. If you liked him on the board and it wasn't a priority, take a quarterback. And we might have that guy in Quinn Ewers down the road. He might be that guy. I saw him over the weekend and, just kind of watched a couple things before the game on Sunday. And one of them, because we're going to see a lot of Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers in this preseason. That's who usually plays. They split it up. I don't know how much Tua's going to play. He didn't play a lot last year. And he looked really good. He makes a lot of really good throws and accurate throws. And you start looking at a guy, and listen, one thing Quinn's been hurt by is Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson has hurt Quinn Ewers. I figured this out because everybody goes, if you want to make an argument against Quinn Ewers, you go, Skylar Thompson. Looked great. Everybody was in love with him. The GM comes out and says, we got to keep him. We're going to have like a whole bunch of teams going to take him. If we put him on the practice squad, we have to put him on the 53-man squad. And some of that stuff, and then he gets in big games, and you start, like, all right, you need him. Tua goes down. And honestly, at no point was he really good. I mean, look at the games we won or a game we were close. We were close against the Buffalo Bills, but the defense just was creating takeaway. I mean, it was very misleading, very, very misleading. And we came back. Whoever made the final decision on it, it's over. But I'm just setting you up for a little history lesson that's tied into Quinn Ewers, in my opinion. So now some of you have been watching going, damn, this Quinn Ewers, this guy I saw from Texas, this guy can throw it. Plus people, Quinn Ewers was hurt last year. So we never got to see the best of him because the guy was hurt. He was hurt a lot. And you watch him now, and he's got a really good arm, which Coach Bevel said it's not a rocket, but it's plenty good to play in this league. And he's right. He makes all the throws, and he's thrown some tight spirals, and he's just been really impressive. But he is hurt because he's a 7th-round pick, and we just had this happen with Skylar Thompson over the last couple of years. And it finally came to an end. Basically, after the Seattle game, it was done. It was done. Hell, they cut him later in the year. It's not me. They cut him. So I just, it's going to slow everybody down, but Quinn's in a great position, man. He is a former 5-star quarterback. Happened to see his high school while my son was living out there, and very impressive. It's like high school quarterback man, for NFL quarterbacks, and he's just the latest one. 5-star guy, went to Ohio State before transferring to Texas, and look, he's got a chance. He's got a chance down the road to be really good, but he is going to be stuck, in my opinion, and fair or not for some people, to Skylar Thompson, who, if I'm not mistaken, was also taken in the 7th round, maybe 6th round, 7th round. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up yesterday as the coaches were talking about their guys and different positions. I'd love that those guys come out and they do that. I don't know if it's an NFL rule but it's great to have all those coaches out there talking a little bit about their guys, and for future use for everybody. It was just good stuff, and for both sides of the football. We got a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, Bradley Chubb, defensive end, pass rusher, is off to a nice start in camp, and will join us this morning in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll have that for you a little bit later on. He lifting some weights here this morning, and then we'll talk about what probably is the strength of the team right now, and that's the front 7 defensively, and looks like it's got a little depth to it too, the kind of depth that you're looking for when you're looking not only for frontline guys, but guys also that can give you quality snaps and help you later in the season when some guys get banged up. So all that stuff is great. Hey, by the way, got to get into some other things this morning. So I'm always interested in all the stuff going around the league, and the shows are great if you want to keep up, especially if it's affiliated with the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are going to be playing teams. Like, I like to watch the stuff going on with the Colts right now because that's our first regular season game on the road. And then the Patriots coming back home for our home opener the following week. And I get it's a month out. So with that, you get all the other stories that are going on right now in the NFL. Do you see what's going on with the Browns? I don't know if I've ever seen a team in camp. Now, I've seen guys get banged up during the year and guys go on IR and you get down to – I don't know if I've ever seen a guy ever seen a team 2 weeks into camp that just signed a sixth quarterback.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6.
There you have it.
Not 7.
Oh, LeBron, stop. LeBron, stop. But Tyler Huntley now joins 2 draft picks, couple of first-round picks, and Deshaun Watson, who they can't wait to get rid of. That is the mistake of mistakes made that they wish something would happen where he would just go away. And so he's out
they
there.
Just book him a massage.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, we got you a little surprise here. You book him at the local, massage chain.
Down here.
No, wherever, anywhere.
He ain't going anywhere.
What's the massage envy of?
Here you go. Hey, man, I got guaranteed money coming in. It's not over. I'm not going away. You fully guaranteed it. And I want to thank you. Now, let all these guys compete. So it's just weird. They have not played a preseason game yet. And they had to go out and sign Tyler Huntley, who was with the Dolphins last year from Hallandale High School. Tyler Huntley had to come in because they are that banged up with their 2 rookies, Joe Flacco. Who am I missing?
It's so weird. Joe Flacco's still in the league.
Joe Flacco's going to start.
You got the Sanders kid. You got Gabriel. You got
the guy from the Steelers and
Huntley now.
So anyway, Kenny Pickett.
Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. There you go. Anyway.
How many they keep? What they keep? 3? Half of them? Hey, man, it's a great quarterback competition. They're really doing the Sanders kid a great service.
But I got to tell you,
setting them up like this.
If we did something like that, and listen, we've had our moments, but if we were sitting here with 6 quarterbacks today, can you imagine? And that's a knowledgeable, beaten up fan base in Cleveland. Can you imagine? You're 2 weeks in, and now they're coming out that some of the young guys haven't played well, and Joe Flacco just gets older, and it's just he's becoming the clear-cut guy. Now, I don't know if he can play all year or how he plays. I mean, age does win, but what a crazy story. 6 quarterbacks signed under contract 2 weeks in.
If I realize their quarterback situation there is worse than ours has been during this whole deal here. I mean, do you see the guys that they've played over the last 2 seasons alone? Joe, they played 4 guys each year.
It's just
Flacco played a bunch. Dorian Thompson Robinson, Jeff Driscoll.
Yeah, no, I was going to say a lot of those guys they got rid of.
Was on
they were like, all right, you got us through that year. We're out, and it just
and PJ Walker,
and it comes back, and it almost feels. Although you got to give the rookies both a chance, but it just feels dysfunctional. And then on top of it, you got guys with arm trouble and their arms hurting, and guys banged up, and you're like, banged up. How do quarterbacks get banged up in camp?
Well, they ruin these.
They get sore arms.
They draft these guys and they ruin them. That's why you don't want to go there. Shedeur Sanders in a bad spot, man.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if he's gonna make the team or not, Joe, but if he doesn't make that team, he ends up off that roster. He may never get a shot. Yeah. How does he work his way into getting actual snaps in an NFL game?
I don't know. I think, did I see his arm? He's got a little soreness in his arm.
Going on. But he was talking and said the right things about his dad not being at practice, which is obviously ideal for him, right? To not have Dion out there.
Last thing he needs is his father to come down. Yeah.
But there's a legitimate chance, and I know they love covering him, but there's a chance that guy never plays. I don't know how he works his way into a starting role.
You know what? All bets are off in this Cleveland thing to sit there with 6 quarterbacks and you haven't finished your second week of camp. That is amazing.
I
mean, they're doing things.
Times for driving.
Well, I don't even care about that. I'm literally talking. You're talking a little drama. I'm literally talking about 6 quarterbacks signed, and one has got the biggest, fattest guarantee, and you can't. And he's like, "I'm not leaving this meeting." Oh hell no! I'm staying right in here and watch.
Our quarterback situation sounds great compared to some of these other ones, though, man. It is amazing.
Well,
that Colts
listen,
thing's a disaster, too.
That one is one to watch. Anyway, that was just something I saw yesterday, and I go, wow, something new in the NFL. By the way, there's something else, too, that happened I thought was really interesting. I saw the Jacksonville head coach was on NFL Network and said Travis Hunter can be the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. And all I thought was, how much are you going to play this guy? How much? Now, they got him as the depth chart came out. They got him as starting wide receiver and second for whatever the depth chart's worth. I know we're not even in camp 2 weeks, so don't read into a depth chart. But they got him starting at wide receiver and second team cornerback. And they said he's been great at everything he does out there. But how much? Now, he played a lot last year. I saw his amount of snaps he played. He did everything last year. He friggin' earned that Heisman. There's no question about it. 4 picks and all the catches and yards and touchdowns. It was crazy. Definitely his Heisman, slam dunk, period. I love Cam Ward, but slam dunk, that guy deserved it. But I got to tell you, man, that'd be wild if he somehow won the Rookie of the Year on both sides. And, he gets 4 or 5 picks, and he catches 60, 70 footballs. He'll get some kind of award. I just don't know how you're going to hold up at this league.
Most wide receivers and cornerbacks can't, alone, right? Like, it's a miracle those guys make it through a season.
Well, I just, hey.
Tyreek's been about as durable as there is, right?
He has.
He's been banged up.
He's banged up, but he does play. But this guy,
no way.
This going to be
both ways.
This going to be fun to watch and see how they use him. By the way, he'll be here for our last week for open practices. And speaking of open practices, I just want to say this to everybody. Like, don't pay attention to those tickets. Just go out. Just seriously, go out. If you want to go out and you've been held up because all the tickets have been used, because a lot of people are going to want to go out and watch the last week before the last week of preseason, the Jacksonville game back here after the Dolphins play in Chicago and Detroit. Just go out there. And if they get you, you're most likely going to get it. Just go out. And if not, they'll wait and they'll see how full it is, but go out. There's a really good chance you're going to be able to watch practice.
It's pretty empty out there, right? A lot of empty seats.
Well, they take all the tickets. Everybody takes all the friggin' tickets.
Was there a resale market for those? Are
no
people reselling?
No, they just don't go.
Okay, because if things are free or cheap, people usually jump on them and try to flip them.
No, these are just freebies, and nobody's out there. They're just free, and so people get up in the morning and go, I say, I had a few too many tequilas. Like, you know what? I'll go to another practice. I just keep taking their tickets. And when we feel like going, we get up one morning, we'll go. All right, we got to go to break here, man. A lot of stuff to get to here this morning. We're just getting started. Bradley Chubb will join us here in this 6 o'clock hour coming up. We'll get more into a lot of stuff around the National Football League. You heard it from Woody. Marlins, I thought this was going to happen last night. A little hangover. You just take care of the Yankees, and everybody's telling you, wow, this is crazy what you're doing, and back to 500. And Houston comes in and goes, no, we're pretty damn good. We're fine. And jump on Sandy Alcantara. All right. Hey, right now I want to talk to you about something you might want to jump on. Your South Florida Chevy dealers has never looked better than right now. Hey, I've been telling everybody, you got a little time here before the kids go back to school, and you're still looking around. You've decided, hey, I just want to jump in an SUV, and I want to go have with my family with us. No airports, no frustration. Get to a location, whether you're going down to the Keys, going to the West Coast, heading up to the mountains for a couple of days in the Carolinas. It's not that far, man. Not when you're comfortable and driving something you really like, not at all. And you will love the SUV family at your South Florida Chevy dealers, like the all-new Equinox. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's got everything. Convenient driver tech. Now have electric Equinox SUV is super popular. Plenty of room for the family and friends. That's kind of the theme, by the way. Great look and plenty of room for the family and friends with all the toys you need inside. Boy, I'll tell you what. Wait until you see the new 2025 Traverse, one of my favorites. Right to the big boys, like the Tahoes and the Suburbans. Plenty of room. I don't know why I'm driving a Tahoe. I have so much space, but I really don't care. They're going, why didn't you just downsize since you're the one and you don't have a bunch of little kids in the back? I go, hey, because I like driving it. I really like the 2025 Tahoe, and you will too. Silverado truck, still our best cleanup hitter we've had, our number one seller. We make a truck absolutely perfect for you. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers going on right now with 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. No, it's actually pretty funny. It's a pretty funny story. It's a pretty funny story. I've heard it before, but this I actually saw it last night. I had to share it with you. So I've been on this thing about, hey, let's go to Hard Rock, and I love to go to Hard Rock. I do. I don't mind by myself with the wife. Wife loves the Hard Rock, but so I go, hey, I'm going to go out, and I had somebody in town that was one of my former roommates, many of them, but I played with many years ago at Cal. Hey, man, I'm in town. Can you meet me? So I shoot over there, and so we're sitting over there. You know the middle bar.
Yeah,
the middle bar there in the middle, and I think the sports books on the other side of it. So we're sitting there and having, and that place is always rocking. I mean, that place is always amazing, and so he's divorced, like a lot of guys my age, and so we're sitting there having and just getting caught up because I say, hey man, I got to do it early because I don't want to feel like crap.
Yeah.
In the morning, getting up early, and so we're sitting there. And so there's some women, business trips, and women. There's women around, good-looking women. So he goes to buy this girl a drink, and so I thought it was pretty funny. So he's talking to her, and I say, dude, I want you to have fun. I know you're staying. He was staying at the Hard Rock, and so. This girl, he starts talking to this girl and buys her a drink, and so they're talking, and three of us are talking, and then they're also playing a little grab ass with each other and the whole thing, and so she's sitting there and drinks the drink, and so she goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And he goes, you want another one? She goes, yeah, get me another one. I'll have another one. Thank you. So she goes to the bathroom. So we're just sitting there shooting a breeze and talking. And I don't know, it's like 20 minutes. I go, hey man, what happened to the girl? She never came back. It is.
So she got a free drink out of it.
She got a free drink at Hard Rock. Not exactly $3.50 for special night at the ballpark. And
how bummed out was this guy?
So I mean, a little crushing to the ego. He's sitting there telling me how he's doing great in life, and living in California, and telling me the whole thing. And back with this company he was doing something for, consulting or some whatever he told me. We're just shooting a breeze about all the old guys and stuff, and he stays in touch with everybody. I stay in touch with no one, but it was just so we're sitting there for a while, and I see him looking around. I go, hey man, I don't know, but it's been like 15 or 20 minutes. He goes, yeah, I think you took off.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think it's funny. Well, I've heard of that before, but I saw it.
I know. Well, first of all, the guy's there with you. Like, what is he doing?
Because I wasn't gonna go up to his bedroom.
No, I understand that, but like, if you have a get together or whatever with someone, you don't start buying people drinks like that.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, she was friendly and nice there for a while.
I'm sure she was.
No, she was nice, and I'm sure she looked great, by the way. And
now they don't give out free drinks for playing games, right? I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't even know if they do that in Vegas anymore.
I don't know. By the way, they did one in the early years. You could go to Reno, and like Reno used to have like the breakfast. You go to a casino, they had their that was part of getting you there, like $1.99 big ass breakfast, ham and eggs and everything, the whole deal, coffee. And you're like,
last time we went, you had to bet like
ago.
$100 in the sports book, and they'd give you like a little ticket, and you could go up to the bar and get a beer or something. But
I just thought, so I look at him, I go,
yep,
kind of a crushing blow right there. He goes, no.
Was it a nice drink too? Was it like a high end, like something fancy, or
it was a fruity?
Yeah, so those are expensive.
Sweet,
yeah,
whatever.
That's things, man.
Hey, man. So
you didn't pick up the tab, though, right?
I didn't pick up any tab. He's doing just fine.
Okay, good.
A lot of guys I went to school with are doing just fine.
but they're not supporting the program.
Now, I don't know what they're doing with the program. That's Ron Rivera's got that. He's the one wanting to be a general manager at for the Golden Bears. I'll tell you what, that would not be an easy job.
Now people are trying to guess who it was.
No, don't do that. There's no reason to do that. Okay, see, people are going, Joe's covering up for someone. One of those losers in his life was just, I just always think it's funny guys do that. And the girl doesn't come back. She didn't come back for the second drink. He got that drink. I said, "You gonna drink it?" He goes, "Oh." Oh man, Woody. Hey, we got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. Plenty of news going around the National Football League. Marlins go down last night. Well, Astros really good, first of all. And a 5-run fourth inning. Sandy Alcantara gives up 3 doubles. And so it comes to an end after it's been a hell of a story. See if they can't get game 2 today with the Astros. Hey, by the way, we've got a lot of stuff we'll get to, including this preseason game coming up. Plus, when we come back, Bradley Chubb will join us. We'll talk to him about getting set and coming back from his injury and off to a great start in camp along with a lot of other guys on that front 7. So we'll get into all that stuff coming up here. But first, before we do, I do want to take a moment to tell you about Baptist Health South Florida. Hey, nobody likes talking about getting injured. I don't like talking about getting injured too. But the bottom line is if you're competitive and you're still active and you're out there running around hard and everything else and trying to stay in great shape, sooner or later we all get injured. Team sports, individual sports, it doesn't matter. But the good news is we got Baptist Health South Florida, one of the best sports medicine programs in the country. Baptist Health does a lot of great things, but boy, their sports medicine program doesn't take a backseat to anybody. Where do the pros go? Enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU, all of them. Make sure they use the doctors of Baptist Health South Florida. Taking care of the team doctors, as well as all the specialists they have. And I mean some of the specialists talking about the best in the business for knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. They've seen it all. And you throw in 3 great facilities in Dade and Broward, and you got all you need right here in your backyard. Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium right next to the training facility of the Miami Dolphins, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Just visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. Set up an appointment. One go every day for you and everybody else. Get you back out playing the sports you love the most.
Hey, we want to hear what you have to say. Text WQAM on the
And he has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. And joining us right now at Dolphins training camp, Bradley Chubb. I like to call him outside linebacker, defensive end, and pass rusher for the Miami Dolphins. Bradley, good morning. How you doing, Bradley?
Good morning, man. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. And before we get into everything, I appreciate you joining us here early in the morning. You get a little lift in for me? Did you pump a few weights?
Got a quick little pump in, man. Start the day off strong. We got to practice today, so you had to start it off right.
I like that. You guys up early lifting weights. So first of all, I got to ask you, man. You sat out all of last year, and I know late in the year there was all this discussion. We are all going back and forth. I hope he doesn't come back and play. Let's just get ready for the following year. Meanwhile, you had to go through it. When did you feel like you were 100%? I'm always curious when you started to feel like, all right, I'm back to myself.
Honestly, man, probably like OTAs this year. Like, you at the end of the season, I felt pretty good. I felt good. I was moving around good. But, you coming off a major injury like that, it's like, oh, how am I really going to feel when things get real, when bullets start flying, And, when those game reps goes continuous reps. So, like, I felt good, but we didn't know if I felt good enough to fully go out there and be my best for this team. So, and then throughout the whole, off-season program, you feel good working out, but like I said, it's not those real game-like reps. So when we got into OTAs, I was still kind of teetering the line a little bit, but then, just getting those reps in, building that confidence on it, and that's when I started to finally feel like 100.
Well, you've gotten off to a great start at camp. Matter of fact, I got to tell you, sitting up there watching, everybody enjoys like, okay, hey, Bradley Chubb's getting ready to go against Patrick Paul. There they go again. That's become kind of the theme. How much fun has that been, and for you to get your confidence early in this camp, get it back?
It's been great, man. It's been great going against Patrick, man. He's a great young talent. He's only in year 2, but he has the presence of a vet out there, man. His size, his strength. It's frustrating at times when you're like, man, I should be, beating this guy more. But when you take a look back at it, man, I feel like he's going to be one of the better pass protectors in this league. So it's been a good, fun challenge going against him, and we're just making each other better.
I've been shocked on how quickly. I mean, he is the part when they decide like what offensive tackle should look like, long arms, big, that can move like that. He's the guy, isn't he? That's what a guy
100%.
Looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's the prototype right there, man. I tell him every day, man, you're gonna be a guy. You're gonna be that guy. And he moves with that confidence. So it's beautiful to see, man. Like I said, it's fun going against him each and every day.
Bradley, it's not a shot at anybody else on the team, but it looks like the strength of this team is that front 7. And I say that not only front guys, but even some of the key guys that are backing up or will rotate in with you guys. It just looks like it's got a chance to be a really special group.
Yeah, man, we're excited about it. And, especially in our outside linebacker room, man, we always talk about, wanting to set the tone for the team. And the D-line is the same way. The linebackers are the same way. Everybody moves in that same kind of mindset in that front 7, man. And then the offensive line, man, we're going against them each and every day. It makes us better. And they got a couple new pieces over there. But the way that they're gelling together, man, it's been beautiful to see. So I feel like on any team, it all starts in the trenches. And we take full pride in that and try to go out there each and every day and set the tone.
Hey, Bradley, I'm curious. You were around to watch it up close last year. Chop got kind of off to a slow start, and then second half of the season, I don't know if they moved him out wide. There's got to be more than just that, but he just all of a sudden he started making a lot of plays and a lot of pressures, a lot of hits on the quarterback, some sacks. And what happened to Chop where the light all of a sudden, especially in that second half, what happened?
He woke up, man. He just got. I teased him all the time. I used to call him his. I'm not gonna say his first name because he don't want people to know it. So I used to call him his first name, and I said I'm not gonna call you Chop until you get your first sack, man. And then after he got Josh Allen down, I started calling him Chop, and we just over that time I was bored myself, so I used that time to kind of be a light and to all the guys, whoever I could help. And Chop was one of those guys that we just sat down and just watched games together, watch how other people go about a game, and got the pressure of, I got to make a play every play out of his head, because we watching Max Crosby, we watching Jonathan Grenard. Like, these guys make big plays, but they're not like every play is not like a big play. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just got it in his head of going through the process of going through a game and taking it and making the plays that come to you. And I feel like once he got settled in and that and got comfortable with that, his talent just came to shine.
Bradley, you're probably aware of this stuff, and if you are, just thanks for putting up with me here. But the media is really focused on the young inexperience of the cornerback position. And yesterday, Anthony Weaver, the defensive coordinator, said, "I'll tell you what's going to help those corners. Those guys up front. That front seven will help them a lot." You feel that way too? It all kind of works together.
Yeah, 100%. It's a tale as old as time. It works together. The rushing coverage works together in every way possible. And honestly, man, those guys, like they get a lot of slack because nobody has really been talking about them in terms of like production because they're young, they haven't played. But when you go out there on the practice field and you see the grit that they play with, the hard work that they come in each and every day with, like the focus they have, I don't have any hesitation about what type of guys we're gonna have on that back end. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, they're not getting the notoriety because, like I said, they just haven't had those reps yet. But I feel like when they get out there, it's going to prove a lot of people wrong.
So you knew Vic Fangio better than anybody. You had him in Denver. You had him here, so you knew what to expect. He goes to Philadelphia, but Anthony Weaver comes in. Damn, I did not know he was going to be this good as a defensive coordinator. What's the biggest difference you've seen between Vic and Anthony as two of the better defensive coordinators in the league?
I would say, Vic's scheme and how he approached it was, he's his own man. He had success doing that, and obviously they went and won the Super Bowl with that defense. So the scheme works. All that stuff works. I would just say the personal player relationship was a little different. Vic is more of a like the system, the scheme, and that's what it is. And Coach Weaver, just sit down and talk to you for a little bit. You know what I mean? And kind of see where your headspace is at and all that. So that's the main difference. But NFL, man, you got to be ready for all type of things, man. And I enjoyed both my time with Vic, and I'm enjoying my time with Coach Weaver now.
I should have talked to you last year when you and I were talking, or when Vic was here. I wish you would have told me he doesn't like small talk, and because I yap a lot, and I tried at the hotel. I was trying to bond, and I realized he didn't want anything to do with it. I wish you would have been there going, Joe, I could have warned you. Don't make small talk.
That's what I pretty much said. That's the difference, man. Vic just doesn't like small talk. Coach Weaver can sit there and talk to you for a little bit, but Vic just doesn't like small talk. It's all ball. It's all ball.
We had fun. Kim Bocamper. Bo decided we're getting ready. It was around Christmas, and he decided he's going to go over and talk about Christmas before the Kansas City Chiefs game, or about missing Christmas.
I know that didn't go well.
Yeah, that did not go well. He was zoned in on that game plan. Let's just say that. Oh, we got a good laugh, man. But I know what you're talking about. I thought it was. Hey, listen, the guy's a hell of a coach. But Anthony Weaver got some personality, man. He is great, and being able to talk to him. He just looks like I enjoy listening to him talk about the whole defense and all the things that you guys are going to be able to do. You see a lot of blitzing with. I mean, he'll do whatever it calls for. You see this team blitzing, or do you see it getting enough pressure with just the guys you have?
I feel like Coach Weaver is a very calculated man when it comes to how he calls the defense. So if he feels like we might need to heat it up a little bit at a time, I feel like he watches so much. He knows the flow of the game so well that he knows how to time it up. But I feel like consistently, man, I feel like this front seven could get it done. And we had that confidence in ourselves, and he has that confidence in us as well. But sometimes you might need that little extra pressure just when the offense isn't expecting it.
Hey, so the practices, again, I don't know, and if I'm wrong, don't be afraid to tell me you're wrong. They seem more physical, like you guys more 11-on-11 getting after it pretty good. You feel that way this year?
That's 100% the case, man. I feel like in the past, we've had, obviously training camp practices always go, but it had been more separate time or, just kind of individual time or just defensive time. But not like this year. I feel like we're a lot hands-on with the 11-on-11, getting those reps, which I love, man. Being out of football for a year, just those reps are valuable. So it's been a great camp. Guys are tired, guys are moving along, but it's so cool to see how this team just bounces back each and every day. And I feel like the practices get more intense each and every day because everybody's out there hungry.
The culture and the leadership, man, has been noticed. I wasn't around during mini camps and OTAs, but I've noticed from all you guys, including yourself, you feel it too. There's a lot of leaders out there, more guys taking their groups and going, this is the way we're going to do it, and everybody's kind of following along.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this is the most buy-in we've had from all around. You know, guys are, you know, just fed up with the outside noise, with the losing, with the, you know, being so close but not getting fully where we at. And that all starts with the little things. So I feel like this off season and even this training camp, man, just guys are just laser focused on the small details and the you know, just the little things that hold you back as a team. We're focused on not having that hold us back. And, you know, it could go one way or the other, but we're going to continue to focus on those things and make sure we're moving along as a unit.
Hey, Minkah Fitzpatrick has already made a couple plays in practice, and I'm like, damn, boy, this is nice to see, whether you're backed up or in the middle of the field, some of the plays he's making. That's a nice piece to add to that secondary, especially with the way he has played over the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, man, it's very exciting, man, having them back there. And it's instilling confidence in those young guys we got back there as well, you know, playing with a guy like that, playing with an all-pro who's done it at the highest level, who's seen a little bit of everything. So it's going to be good for us. Like I said, that rushing coverage is going to work together, and when you got a guy like that holding down the back end, it's going to be fun.
All right, and yesterday, man, day off, and there you are at the Boys and Girls Club, back to school. Do you do that every year? That is awesome.
It's actually my first year, man. I've, you know, seen some guys around the league do it every now and then, and I told my team and my mom and my father that I feel like this is our time to do it in Miami. You know, you know, because you want kids to have that confidence going into school, and with the haircuts, with the school supplies, not feeling like they're lacking anything. So it was important for us to make that happen, and I'm glad we were able to do it.
I'm with you, man. I think it just means a lot to those kids to see it and to going out there and doing that on your off time. It's great stuff, Bradley. Hey, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on, man. It was great, and I can't wait. It's always fun to talk to you. Always so positive about everything, and keep everybody healthy, and let's get off to a good start against the Colts. So thank you, bud.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right. Bradley Chubb joining us here this morning in the 6 o'clock hour. Talk a little bit about the Miami Dolphins and keeping him healthy and off to a good start after being out all of last year. All right. We got 7 o'clock hour coming up here, man. A lot more stuff to get to here this morning. Before we do jump on the 7 o'clock hour, it is hurricane season, man. Protect your home with Loctite Impact. So we got to can't have 8 or 10 takeaways on your defense. Got to get those numbers up, and you need more interceptions to go with pressure.
Yeah, I'm with him though with Coach Weaver there, and that defensive line could be the difference maker, right? Like that should take a little pressure off the secondary. The other thing is those teams you play a few times, Joe, those division teams, what receivers really, scare you all that much? And I'll even throw this too, like outside of Josh Allen, what quarterback really frightens you?
At this
which
point,
one of those guys between Fields and Drake May gonna pick you apart? Like, you should be able to deal with those offenses.
Last year we didn't do it, but you really, when you look at it, but the power rankings are going to come out. You're going to see them, whatever it's worth.
They're trickling out, yeah.
They are starting to come out, the power rankings, and they're going to get you to look. The preseason power rankings, now that everybody's kind of seen your 90-man roster and see what you have back and what you've added. And so,
you want to warn people and tell them that they're not going to be good?
Well, the Dolphins are 23.
Yeah, people are not high on the Dolphins right now.
But I got to tell you something. Yeah, the Dolphins come in at 23, but they got the Jets at 28.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Saints at 31. I'm mentioning all these teams because those are the teams you play.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers 29, Patriots 25. So you got the Jets at 28 and the Patriots at 25. And Patriots, of course, had all that money, and the reason they've moved up is because they had a ton of money in free agency and went out and got a lot of players. They went out, and they got some really good players. Don't get me wrong. The defensive side of the ball, they got some really good players. You got the Browns 30th on that list. And how about this one? I always forget about Colts at 24. Those are 8 of your games. Those are 8 of your games. Now, I don't expect you're going to win all of them, okay? That would be crazy because I'm sure some of those teams are going, we got Dolphins coming up. We got to get that game.
Well, the division games are always tougher,
but Jets twice, Saints, Panthers, Browns, Colts, and then you got the Patriots and Jets, as part of the AFC. So again,
but you know the issue, Joe.
Yeah, I do.
Beating the teams that are on the other half of that power rankings thing you're rattling
Well,
off here.
No, and besides that, I did want to bring that up for everybody says we're going to have 5 wins. And,
they're not going to have 5.
Well, what'd you say?
Well, 5 you're dangling with worst team in football, right?
5 will get you a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
5 will get you a top 5 pick.
Then
Then
the fans that want the rebuild. Yeah, well, if the fans that want the rebuild, there you go.
And
I think 5 would be, you'd have to have some serious injury issues, right?
But I would just say this, going back to everything. I mean, hey, everybody's right. They got to play better late in the year. Got to play better on the road. All of a sudden, it's crazy, and I shouldn't do this. But that Steelers game.
Why do you think the Steelers would be so bad? You crack me up with the Steelers, man.
Oh, Steelers.
You've been on this for a while. Maybe I hope you're, by the way, I would love nothing more than to see Aaron Rodgers just be terrible up there. And that whole thing be a mess.
Aaron Rodgers put 2 good games against us together last year.
It'd be the feel-good story of the NFL. If that's
so what is that game? December 15th, sound right?
Yeah.
And it's in Pittsburgh, and it's going to be cold up there. It's all those things, right?
Cold, yes.
It's all those things, not to mention little swapping players there. And
a lot of narratives.
Yeah, there's
a lot of narratives.
You got everything you want.
By the way, I like you casually use the word narrative now. It's like part of your vocabulary. You hit me when we were talking on the phone the other day. You just do narrative, and you just kept going. I didn't even stop you.
Too deep. There are a few words I'd like to get rid of.
No, but narrative has become such a part of your daily use.
Because our guys, I know once the head coach starts saying it, it spreads through the whole team. And then it spreads outside the team. You notice that?
I know.
He's on, I know, I've told these guys, and he gets going on certain things. And then the whole team, the next thing you know, Tua's saying it, and then it.
Those things are very, very real, though, man. What was it? It was the Green Bay game last year, right? That was the game that we went into. We're like, this is it. Like, they got to go and beat a good team.
And they did not look good.
No.
Did not look good
in
that game. And they looked cold and missed a lot of tackles. It was just not. That's when Jordan Brooks came out and said, I don't care what anybody says. We everything said about us is that's how it feels. So those guys know. Hey, by the way, that was one of the things that Bradley Chubb was just talking about. We're aware of all those things, man. We got to take care of them. We've got to get all those things taken care of and be able to get. But yeah, I just thought, all right, power rankings. All right, you know who the top teams are. I just want to see all the teams we're playing and where they have everybody. So we're playing 28, 29, 30, and 31 in games in those power.
Okay.
What they consider to be the four worst
And we've
teams.
beaten the crap out of those teams this entire time, right?
No. Well, we have with
for
the
most
Browns
part, the
and
bad
Saints.
teams. Yeah.
The Jets got us at the end of the year.
Well, that was.
But the
Things
Patriots
had gone off the
in
rails
there.
at that point.
Why did I think we played the Raiders? I was thinking we play the Raiders, but we don't. Talking everybody's
Wasn't the last time we played them when
last year.
Okay, I was just saying Ryan. I remember the Ryan Fitzpatrick game,
Raiders
right?
weren't very
Wasn't that
good
when Ryan
last year.
Fitzpatrick threw the ball up in the air or something, right? Remember that game with
Yes.
them?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was one of the wildest finishes.
Yeah.
That's where he got hit, got his face ripped off, completed the pass down the sideline, got the penalty, ran out there. Jason Sanders kicked the winning field goal, ball game. That was crazy.
I think you were wishing we played them. They might be the worst team in football, right? I think the Colts and
I don't know, man.
go neck and neck. But
if you're just looking right now, Cleveland Browns, who you play, I mean, come on. 6 quarterbacks, including one that you just.
How do you think their defensive guy over there who was like, I can't be here anymore. This team stinks.
Well, that one thing changed that. $40 million a year changed that.
He must be thrilled going into camp seeing they got 6 quarterbacks.
No, I mean, you're on the defensive side of the ball and you're going, what are we doing? And then the awkward part is you got a guy around that's making the most money and got one of the few fully guaranteed contracts in the NFL, one of just a handful. And he's there sitting with the team every day. He's talking about, I think I'm still going to be able to come back. He's got to know they don't want him back. They want him to go away. It has not worked. Do you think Deshaun Watson plays late in the year? You think somebody says, well, we're paying him. What the hell? Everybody else, you might as well put him back out there. No way.
I think it's unlikely.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, I don't know what the pulse is in that market, but God, they must hate him.
They love their football there.
I know, but they must hate Deshaun Watson, right?
Well, just because he hasn't worked out. Look,
Like,
he played great.
If you're going to sign a scumbag, like he's at least got to be good. Right?
If he would have played great, no one would be talking about massage.
You're
None.
probably right.
Never.
You are probably right about that.
Look at nobody said a word about Tyreek till his numbers went way down. And then all of a sudden, everything he did and said became a lot bigger issue. But if he had 1,700 yards and 14 touchdowns, no one would say a word about any of that stuff. We've got a lot more stuff coming up this morning as we continue on here. Brett McMurphy is going to join us. He's got his latest top 25 out for On 3 Sports, and we'll talk to him. By the way, where do you think Miami's coming in? Miami's coming in top 10 pretty much everywhere, but coming in number 9 with him. Well, I'll tell you what, college football's got one thing. I know we've been blasting college football. One thing they've really got figured out, these games the first week are unbelievable. Texas, I didn't realize this. Texas goes to Ohio State August 30th.
It's a 1 versus 2.
That's 1 versus 2.
Yeah.
Can't do any better than that. I mean, they can face each other in the playoffs later on.
Boy, that Texas is hyped up, man.
Oh,
they're doing it. That kid. Jeez.
Boy, nobody's been hyped like that. You're right. Nobody's been hyped like that. LSU and Clemson.
Yeah.
Pretty good game. And then the other game, Sunday, Notre Dame.
That's all top 10
at Miami.
Battle there. Top 10s.
That's I think a lot of people got
Florida State
Notre
play
Dame.
Alabama, right?
Yeah, I didn't mention that one.
Good.
Yeah, Florida.
Bloodbath.
Clemson goes to Florida State, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they go to Tallahassee for that game. Yeah, so but my point is, man, college football jumps into some pretty good games week 1. Different conferences playing each other and playing those games. My God, I was shocked that Texas was playing Ohio State.
Yeah,
gonna be fun. All that stuff.
Their schedule must be brutal. I haven't looked at Texas's schedule, but their schedule must be brutal.
if that's
Going through the SEC.
and then, oh, by the way, you're going to play a Big Ten team. Just play
Yeah.
Ohio State.
You know what'll happen though? The team will lose by whatever, and then they'll drop like 2 spots.
Well, yeah,
They'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Of
They
course.
played a tough game.
long as they don't get blown out and it's a good game.
Yeah. By the way, same thing in our game, right?
Yeah, that's going to be.
And then God forbid
you don't
Notre
wanna get
Dame
blown out.
loses because they got to have Notre Dame in the playoff.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You
with
know
Notre
the
Dame.
thing with Notre Dame.
I do.
They're good for business, right?
They're good for business.
Yeah.
You saw it firsthand here.
I did.
They all left at halftime, but it was great.
The money was already spent, right?
Kids. Somebody said there are like 20,000 kids puking.
Yeah.
Notre Dame Catholic kids out puking by their cars from
That's a
partying
shame.
so hard.
Yeah.
Never saw any of it. And you're going, don't worry, you didn't miss much. Notre Dame's just packed that place, man. They bought every suite and everything. And then they're all leaving at halftime because Alabama was just whooping that ass. Oh, my gosh, we're whooping that butt. Hey, right now I want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers this morning. Man, you can't talk enough about a great product like your South Florida Chevy touchdown, 6
20 and
picks or
6,
something.
yeah. The pressure thing is silly because
all the quarterbacks, if your quarterback
NFL
doesn't
Network's
play well,
whipping around, and I can't think of a market that's maybe Indianapolis, but
no, but for quarterbacks that are high draft picks, like Kyler Murray's probably feeling a little pressure. Brock Purdy is no longer a 7th round pick. He got paid.
yeah,
His life changes now. They'll throw every time he plays poorly in San Fran, they're going to throw it in his face about the money. He's no longer the real nice 7th round story, last guy taken in the draft. But you go through all these guys,
it'd
man.
be tough to find a guy that's cemented in as a starter that doesn't have a pressure situation. By the way, even the good ones, like how about Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen? You don't think those guys are feeling it?
Yeah, well,
jeez, man,
they're
talk
going
about feeling it.
Well, they're winning a lot of games. So those
they
two,
do,
they're
but
going, damn, we're winning all these games.
They're not sitting there this morning like, how do we win a playoff game? They're trying to get past Kansas City.
You know, I know Lamar gets blamed for a lot of it, and he is a quarterback.
A lot of it's unfair, but
well, the reason being he had a tight end that just had 2 of the worst plays you could have.
Yeah, and then what was it the year before?
2 of the worst plays you could have at the end of the game. Matter of fact, I don't know if they probably were concerned it was going to ruin them to have those plays after the career Mark Andrews has had, to have those 2 plays. Those affect you. Those don't go away like, all right, new year, it's over. Oh, hell no. You are reminded of those plays. It's funny. You can play bad in a regular season game and nobody remembers, but the deeper you go into the playoffs and you make crucial mistakes at the end, like a drop ball, a fumble, which he did both, that's what people are going to remember now. And that guy's been a hell of a player. That Mark Andrews been one of the best tight ends in the game for a while.
One of the best ever.
Well,
right?
How about that then? And listen, let's be fair. The year before
was the Zay Flowers thing, right? Yeah.
Zay Flowers had
he
had some plays he'd like to forget.
A lot of it's unfair to Lamar, but he'll get that knock, right? Josh Allen, I
he's
think
a quarterback.
joins that club too. I mean, he's got to join that club, doesn't he? As good as he is.
So Josh Allen had Kansas City, and Buffalo played a horrible defense.
Everyone's had Kansas City, though, unfortunately.
No. But 2 plays and
Eagles,
kick a field goal with basically no time, and Buffalo's defense just played it, just left too much space, and and they got and Butker's one of the best kickers in the friggin' world.
Yeah.
And so he just splits the uprights, and a
lot of guys have had them and have found ways to lose, though.
But you're right. Saying, those 2 guys would be, because they're going, we win 13, 14 games every year. But if you don't get past Kansas City, nobody's going to talk about, hey, by the way, all those years when Mahomes was really good, who else is in there? Nobody's going to mention Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to mention Lamar, and nobody's going to mention Josh.
Joe Burrow seems to fly under the radar.
Wait,
in that group of elite.
He got him once,
right?
He got him once, though.
He did. By the way, he's a strange dude. He was in that Netflix quarterback thing. Yeah. I don't know if you've had a chance.
I haven't seen it. No.
It's so they have Kirk Cousins in it again.
Kirk loves it. Kirk's not going away.
Yeah, he's a little much. Jared Goff's in it. He's okay.
I always wonder how they come up with those 3 guys.
I don't know. They're not great, but yeah.
Well, the first quarterback was really good. I thought the wide receiver one was great too.
Receiver, well, those guys had some personalities.
Oh, you get a little, yeah.
But yeah, this most recent season of quarterback it was okay.
But hey, listen.
But yeah, Joe Burrow's a strange dude. But the problem is people put him in that elite category.
Joe?
Yeah,
I do too.
So if you put him in that category, he's got to have the same expectations. But I can't imagine anyone's pressure feels worse than Lamar and Josh Allen, especially a guy like Lamar. Like, I don't know, man. The way he plays, you got to wonder how big his window is. Josh, the same thing.
The guy runs for 1,000 yards and throws 41 touchdowns. Lamar's got, I know it's not about the regular season, about setting yourself up for the playoffs. He's really good. I don't know where you rank Lamar.
No one's saying they're not. Look, Lamar is one of the most talented guys to ever do it at that position.
I still look at the top 4 or 5 guys get a hall pass compared to some of these other guys.
A hall pass for what, though?
hall pass when you start looking at great players. And I know you got to win a Super Bowl and you got to
Those
get to a
guys are
Super
first
Bowl.
ballot Hall of Famers, both of them, Josh and Lamar. They retired today. They would be, Joe.
Probably like to play a little longer, but yes.
I know, but if they retired today, they'd be first ballot Hall of Famers, but that doesn't change the fact that they still haven't gotten over the hump.
Well, no one has recently. It's been one guy.
Well, Jalen Hurts got
and
it.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been one guy.
Jalen Hurts has basically been Manning was to Brady. Right?
Yeah. Eli Manning got Brady.
Eli goes around and goes, I got you twice.
Yep.
He goes, don't worry, I got everybody else, man. Had some good teams. Hey, man, it's hard to get there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I played in the last two, 17 and 19, and my ass is old, as you know.
If people don't believe it, you can see you on video now.
Hey, man, you better be careful. This weekend, I might get a whole bunch of surgeries. I might get my lips done and my eyes done and my face stretched out. I might get the hair like jet black.
Nice.
Maybe go purple or something.
Do you have a guy, like, if you did need all the face procedures done, do you have someone like
everybody knows somebody? Come on, man.
There's a lot of them down here, right?
Yeah. Start wearing makeup in the morning. Start wearing a whole bunch of makeup to try to cover
that's
up.
actually really why they hired Jamie to come in there and powder your face before the
Well, he hadn't done a very good job, Jamie. You got to be better than that. Hey, Jamie, you know what? Our boy Jamie, I think he met the girl. He met his girl, man. He swiped and hit love.
Yeah.
I always like a success story on the dating apps. I think we've got one with Jamie.
I don't know about love, but it's been a good start so far. We'll see how it goes.
He doesn't know you well enough, though, to know that this is not you're not the person to be involved.
No, he does not know that, does he? No. He's a good kid, though. Like having him around.
You've set a few up, but I've seen you.
I've not done well. I have not done well. I told you the last one I did, I will not say his name, but he went for gold the first night, and it didn't go over real well. As I got a call in the morning, and it was like, hey, you asked me to set your friend up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. They went out, had drinks. She invites him back to his place, and he makes a little run at hitting a home run, and she asked him to leave, and then she calls and complains.
Mm-hmm.
Said the date was great up till that point. Why'd you invite him back to the house? That's the other thing. You invite somebody back to your place on the first date.
The girl you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sending a bad message, man. That's sending a bad message to a man.
Is it?
You don't think?
I don't know. It seems like a double standard, but
I don't know. To me,
I don't know. I like what happened to your buddy last night.
That was funny.
That one got me. That was pretty funny.
That was funny, and it was just like he kind of
pretended to be interested just to get the freebie.
Yeah, she got the drink.
I like that.
But she could have come back and had the second one, and then got a bigger buzz, and then taken off to find something better.
Did they bring the second drink? Did he actually order it?
It was right there.
Oh boy.
And so
your buddy was out, what, $50?
I don't know, but hey, Woody, I didn't pick it up. I know that. Hey, Woody, so the funny part is he played it off. He kind of looked around, but he just kept talking to me, and I go, hey,
oh, you brought it up.
Oh, of course. I go, hey, that drink's a little that drink's a little lonely over there. What happened to your girl? He goes, it looks like she's not coming back.
Good for you throwing it in his face.
Though, come on, man.
I love that.
I can't let that stuff go. You
can't.
Agree with you. You don't let that kind of stuff go. No way. Yeah,
so
but
did you guys split the check when it came?
But Jamie, I got to tell you, bud. I just so you know, you're doing the right thing. I know you're.
Well, you don't want to play Joe Rose matchmaker?
No, don't do that, Jamie. No, I've not done very well with that. No, it's kind of like this computer keeps going out. It just has not worked out.
Hey, we're gonna get there with that, though.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's been tougher for you, relationships or computers. Man, computers are not your friend.
No. I think maybe these looks, maybe this thing's turned off by just looking at me too. Maybe that's been
the COVID thing was bad, man. Remember, every morning you'd wake up and you'd have to go down to that laptop.
For the what?
And when you were working from home during COVID, you'd go down and you'd see the laptop.
That was a disaster.
I'd get a call every morning.
I didn't know how to get.
You'd be fighting with that thing.
I didn't know how to get connected. And you'd explain it over and over, and it was just.
And then I felt bad because you'd have to wake the people up in your house. Your poor daughters have to come down and help you. They were not amused.
About destroyed all the relationships in the Rose family. That thing by itself. Hey,
you're building it back up, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm working on relationships.
Would you say you watched baseball all weekend?
I'm a relationship worker, except when the Yankees are playing the Marlins. Then I got a little carried away.
What about when they played the Astros? Did you let that one go?
The what?
The Astros? Is that
family
time?
You know, I didn't see any of it last night because I was at the.
Oh, because you were out drinking at the Hard Rock, yeah.
Sipping.
With a buddy, okay.
Just sipping.
That's good. What'd you say, by the way, when you left to do that?
I know one thing. I didn't tell my wife that story because I didn't know how it would go over. I want to get connected with it, so I just didn't say anything about it. I just told you because I knew you get a good laugh.
You're learning. Yeah, that would have been a really bad story to tell.
But he left that drink there. I mean, and it was like, hey, looked at my watch and go, it's been a while. What happened to Don Juan, man? What happened there, brother? And then look, I give him credit though. He said, well, then look like she came back for number 2, did she? I go, no. Must have been an emergency in the family, man. She forgot to say thank you and good night to you.
Was he 0 for 1? That was it? I mean, he gave up after that
I
one.
left. He was still down there.
Okay.
Hey, you're on the road. 3,000 miles away. Little different situation
so
for
he's
the
from
guy.
out west?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't try to guess.
I'm not guessing. Other people are, and
there's nobody to guess.
Unfortunately, with this one, I can't say if someone guesses. I don't know who it is.
No, there's no reason.
I don't know.
Let's keep all the stories clean and kind of stay away from trying to. You don't want to end up saying somebody's name, and as a former teammate or something, and then they get upset. They're going, "Hey, dude, I wish you wouldn't do that." 'Cause a lot of guys don't like. I got people who told me, "Please leave my name out of your mouth when you tell stories." I'd appreciate it. Whatever you did, you want to talk about all the dumb stuff you did when you were younger, go ahead. But if I was with you, please leave me out of your story.
Did you tell him that's part of the show, is including people in stories?
No, I tell him you try to bait me into doing it, but I'm getting better about it.
That used to be your big thing. Like if someone was like, please don't talk about this, you would do it. It'd be like them, double daring you to go on the air and do it.
I have hurt some people that I like a lot. I have hurt through the years. I have, in the name of entertainment, and it wasn't worth it. No, when somebody's mad, it's not worth it. It doesn't. No, I'm being serious. Yeah. You think everything's funny because nobody knows who your friends are, and so if you say something,
my friends are
like 4 guys all laugh about it, and that's it. Yeah. Hey, I got to tell you 2 guys I'm not laughing about that I love what they're doing. Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah. Yeah, the partners of Cohn and Judah Injury Law Firm, personal injury attorneys in Plantation. I was reading the reviews last night, and they had this same theme coming over and over again. Communication, getting updates on your case, being able to get a hold of them on the weekends and getting great results. I'm talking about the same partners who will handle your case from start to finish. There are no other attorneys in there. All you're getting is 30 years of experience each from these guys who are going to work on your case, big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results and small enough just to call you back. Hey, look, if you're not getting what you expected when you signed and you met and they shook your hand, the guy that's got his name or the partners who have their name on the law firm, and you're thinking, oh, boy, one of these guys is going to handle my case. And then you find out they've got 20 other attorneys who are going to handle it. And you're going, ooh, that's a little bit of a letdown. You won't get that with Harvey and Gary. I promise you that. Go to CohnandJudah.com. Read the reviews. Partners who you can always reach. I got to tell you, man, make you feel good. Some of the results, the amount of money they've been able to get people. Matter of fact, if you're a Dolphins fan, they'll work with you. They'll work with you. And I think you'll be real happy when you see the personal touch you get from Harvey and Gary. Injuries caused by negligence, anything, slip and fall, automobile accident, or anything else, go to CohnandJudah.com. That's 866-FAIR-FEE. And remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work you hire them to do.
Only Hawk and Crowder can mix sports talk with a helping of Shamrock Shakes, In-N-Out Burgers, and fast food cuisine. Hawk, Crowder, Solana, and Jimmy. Weekday afternoons beginning at 2 on AM 560 Sports WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
The Dolphins have their first preseason game this Sunday versus the Bears, and Mike McDaniel points out which players need this game the most.
There's a lot of young players on our team trying to find their footing within the team. Part of the great thing about this 2025 team, in particular with the young guys, is they have the drive, the will, and the mindset to find a place on the team.
Tyreek Hill talk still bubbling. Jalen Waddle says he and Tyreek have a great relationship.
Yeah, bro. Me and Cheetah got a brother-like relationship on and off the field. So us communicating, just us playing together for, 3-4 years now, it's like second nature. He can get on me, I can get on him. I can tell him we need more. He can tell me the same thing, vice versa. So we have them type of relationship, and we know that it's not downplaying or down talking to each other. We just want the best for each other. It just helps the team.
And if you missed it, Zach Sealer has signed a new contract. Canes training camp continues. We got the news. The Marlins host the Astros tonight. Tuesday Topics, August 5th. On AM 560 Sports, WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2. And now you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. Download it today.
This fall, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour.
I feel like we're very good friends now.
Kaseya Center, September 7th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Loctite Impact, South Florida's top-rated impact windows, doors, and roofing provider with thousands of 5-star reviews.
During the Make This the Summer sales event at Miami Lakes Auto Mall. Get a brand new 2025 Jeep Compass for just $374 per month, 39 months. Or save thousands off MSRP on select Jeep Grand Cherokee at Miami Lakes Chrysler, JeepDodgeRam.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
The national sales event is on at Kendall Toyota. That means huge savings on an incredible selection of new Toyotas, like new Camrys, Corollas, Tacomas, RAV4s, and more. If a pre-owned vehicle is what you're after, you can save thousands, with select models slashed up to 50% off their original selling price. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles, you're sure to find the perfect fit. Worried about financing? 100% credit approval is our goal at Kendall Toyota. Don't wait. Call 305-KENDALL today or visit Kendall Toyota.
Hey, sis, do you remember if the recipe says 2 or 3 cups of water?
Let me video call Abuela.
these apps, man. Good God.
Yeah. Well, ESPN's going direct. I don't even know if that's happened yet. So you'll have that coming up.
What do you mean?
You'll be able to buy like standalone ESPN is going to be its own thing. So you'll be able to buy that. I guess you won't need to buy the NFL package anymore. That thing was like,
I'm dying to see. By the way, I'm because of our friends, I've said this. A couple of our guys want to make sure
I know.
Still around.
I think they keep.
Does ESPN bring everybody aboard and go, hey, they still need bodies to run it?
And they need good talent because they have a severe lack of that.
They're not.
So
they don't think that.
They don't, but I feel like most people do. But I don't know. They should raid the NBA something, NBA TV. I don't even know who's on that thing, but it's got to be better than what they're throwing out at us.
ESPN's not that bad. I get some of the shows that they've overdosed on certain personalities. I agree.
What we need to have happen is we need Stephen A on Sundays, and you'll come in on Monday all riled up. That's what we need.
By the way, Stephen A's pushing to do more NFL.
Yeah, of course he is.
And I like watching his show. I like sometimes the topics they're talking about, but he gets on this thing about, I do a lot of NFL with all these guys every day. He wanted to be more than I was like, oh, Stephen A, you're doing enough, man. You're doing enough. No more. No more, man.
Speaking of no more here, Joe, LSU put up a hype video. Did you happen to catch this by any chance?
No.
They had to delete said hype video here because the video opened up with a black and white image of a watchtower, reminiscent, of course, of the incident in 2010 with their current head coach. Remember Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
Had an incident with a tower, and he
did not go well.
Lightning. Just one of the many reasons Brian Kelly is one of the great mutants in all of sports. But they had to delete the video because that was just not.
He's not. He is not a very likable guy, and I don't know him. He could be the nicest guy if you meet him one on one.
Well, he's got that Southern hospitality, that accent. You know, I mean, he really.
I talked to a former Dolphin who was with him at Notre Dame, who was not a big fan. Not a big fan of the guy. Yeah.
He just seems like the biggest piece of crap on earth, the way he humiliates those kids on television.
Notre Dame hit a jackpot on the replacement, though.
Yes, they did.
A jackpot.
That guy, I mean, it's amazing. These guys get recycled and find their way to all these different places. But
he's won a lot of games. He wins everywhere he goes. But this LSU thing, they want to, they go, hey, can't be LSU, got to be Georgia or Alabama. They want to step. And now Texas is jumping in the big party too.
Texas is with that quarterback, man. My God. They say he's the next Tim Tebow. Isn't that what they said about him?
Which one? This poor guy from Manning?
Yeah.
Arch? Poor Arch.
Better be good, Arch.
You got to give Arch credit, though. He goes, man, I played 2 games. You guys are going a little over the top about me being the first overall pick. I played 2 games.
How old is he? 19? 20?
He can't be too old. He sat for the first 2 years, 18, 19. He can't be older than 20.
God, man, imagine being that age on that level of pressure. That's
well,
brutal.
you think it's helped that his grandfather
21.
21.
So at least he can drink.
He's been around Peyton and Eli, and
he looks young though.
Been around the Manning family. He was number 1. He was a 5-star. I think he was the number 1 recruit coming out his year, wasn't he?
Yes.
By the way, can't wait to see Dia Bell play this year on American Heritage Plantation. 5-star quarterback out of American Heritage Plantation. You got to go one night with me, Woody. It's not too far from the house.
Yeah, that's true. I've ran into some people, some kids. They're like, oh, yeah, well, that's where we go. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that, Joe. All right. We didn't touch on this yesterday, but did you happen to catch the SummerSlam over the weekend?
No.
Not in your wheelhouse here?
No.
Anyway, we had a return of Brock Lesnar. Remember Brock Lesnar?
I do.
The
big fella.
Said they were a little bit surprised about his return because of his appearance in the Vince McMahon lawsuit.
Wow.
I get too deep into why he was in there. Nevertheless, people were a little surprised to see him.
Yeah.
That event, by the way, People were going nuts over that thing with John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
I got to tell you, it seems like
people are into it, man.
That sport
They
is
get
doing
monster
just fine.
numbers.
That entertainment is doing just fine.
I think sport is okay. I was okay with that. They call it sports entertainment.
Sports entertainment. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But that thing is very popular right now. They're getting monster numbers and selling out.
And they bring some of the old guys, and they'll bring
Yeah.
celebrities in that'll, do some things and keep it fresh. Yeah, good stuff.
All right, and our last one here this morning, Joe, a little sticky one here. The WNBA fan who was accused of throwing a toy on the court has been arrested and faces multiple charges here. I'm guessing this guy thought he was doing something funny here. Now we have counts of disorderly conduct, public indecency / indecent exposure.
Where does somebody look, I like entertainment and a good laugh. Where would that guy think that was going to be funny?
I don't know. His name is Delbert, by the way.
Is he all there?
Delbert. I don't know.
Was Delbert missing a few marbles upstairs? Not quite a full deck?
He's 23. Probably thought that this was a funny thing to do.
He thought everybody that was the girls go over and pick it up and go, that's funny. This is what we use. This is great. This is funny. Damn. I don't get it. I mean, it gets you laughing.
I didn't know you were going to say that.
No, it's just stupid. You're still laughing. Did he think everybody who was at the game was going to go, forget the game. That's funny.
Probably not the people at the game. No. They probably wanted to see the game.
Wow.
Not funny, though.
Not funny.
Not a laughing matter.
Not a laughing matter at all. No.
And by the way, not a laughing matter for this dude. He actually had to spend some time in jail. Imagine going into jail. I don't know if they put you in a community area to start, but imagine going in and then what are you here for?
And you say, well, what would you say? Woody, go ahead. What do you say?
You threw a toy on the court at a game.
A sex toy.
No, just a toy.
Toy.
What?
Somebody goes, that's not funny, and punches him in the face, or somebody says that was funny.
But what if they give this guy these seem like serious charges? I don't know.
You're really I don't know. You've been into this story. You brought it up the last hour 20 times.
One more part. So the guy's 23. What do you do when you go and apply for a job? Because you got to, I assume, I haven't applied for a job in a minute here, but I assume you have to disclose things like this.
I'm guessing that nobody's going to chuckle.
Jamie just applied for a job. Do you have to disclose if you've been arrested recently? Is that a thing?
They do a background check.
Oh, boy.
Make sure.
So that would probably show up in the background check, I would imagine.
So when you do your call with these people, the corporate people, whatever, and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we see this on your thing. What did you do?
Right.
What happened? Why did you get charged with these things?
Probably not a.
You say, I was the guy. Do you remember?
No, this is where you go. I thought it was funny. Nobody else did. Okay.
Do you blame
Or do you go, I had
drinking?
6 beers.
Alcohol,
We hit the beer.
Yeah.
I was at a pub down the street. I drank a few too many beers, but it never happens unless I'm drinking. I do something stupid like that.
I don't want to read any of these texts coming in about it, but they are funny. Thank you.
Why don't you read one?
No.
Go ahead and give me one.
I'm not going to read this. Oh, the thing on the court more entertaining than the game. I'm not going to read that.
All right. You done, Woody? Because you just hit that thing for 7 minutes.
Well, it was a big story. Wasn't it multiple games? Didn't it happen in multiple games?
You asked me, did I think it was funny? And I
did not ask you that.
You go, is that funny? I go, no, that's not funny.
I did not ask you that.
Not funny.
And that's not how you responded.
That's not. It's not funny.
Well, what do you think's worse? The person that decides I'm going to run on the field naked, or the guy who chucks that on the court?
I don't get that one
what's
either.
Bigger...
I don't get taking your clothes off and getting arrested and getting taken down to the police station. I don't get that either. I know they let you out right away, but you still got to get an attorney. It's probably $1,500. Somebody told me it's $1,500.
Oh, they're expensive.
I don't get that. Or how about getting ready for a big game and you punch a guy in the face because he says your team sucks and you've been drinking and you got some courage water in you and you punch him in the face.
Yeah. And he falls down. He smashes his head. Yeah. No, great. A lot of strange stuff happened at these games.
Yeah.
But that the one about the running on the field thing, though, that's when you got bad friends. That's when you know you got crappy friends.
But you got dare. A lot of times that's
not
like,
good.
dude, I swear to God, we'll both throw in $1,000 or $500 if you run out there.
But that's when you know it's time for new friends. Like if your friends allow you to do that, first of all, they allow you to do anything that gets you thrown in jail. But if you're at a game and you're drunk and they're like, hey, dude, go for it now. Like security's not looking, go for it. Then you need new friends.
But once you're out there, you're toast. NFL's got more security now than ever for people that decide, let me go ahead and take my pants off and show my little guy out here and run around a little bit and see if one of the players will shake hands with me while they're out there.
They've done it a lot to Messi, by the way. Messi gets people run at him all the time, but that's when these security guards, it's their moment.
All right.
And we've seen some big hits.
Oh, no, but you've taken this. Are you done now? Because you've hit this one story. You've been absolutely infatuated with this one story. Oh,
we didn't
my
get to it on Monday with too much build up on Monday.
You just love that whole thing. I think you've got one of those things at your house. All right. Hey, listen, we got to go to break here. We've got the 8 o'clock hour coming up. Stay with us.
This is former Science with the Sports Minute. At Miami Dolphins training camp, a beat reporter greeted head coach Mike McDaniel with "Good morning." Yale alumnus responded
The problem is Cam Ward is you could put him up there, Joe, that season that he had with the best that program has ever put out.
No.
So,
It was really good, but it was a whole transfer portal.
I think he's going to be really good. And by the way, I think Carson Beck's got a good head on his shoulders, and that's just from getting to spend a little time with him up in Charlotte.
Okay,
and I know there's been a lot of stuff said and whatever, and it'll be nice to actually see him play.
Yeah,
like physically play. But
he's jumping right into it. There's no warm up. Right into Notre Dame. Hello. Here we go. So
Top
anyway,
10
yeah, we'll
matchup.
be out there Thursday, and we're looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be fun, and Mario is always great with us being out there, so we appreciate it, and I think everybody's looking forward to seeing if they really are a top 10 team, if they really look the part of a top 10 team, and if they're more balanced than they were a year ago. I got to tell you the other one that we all take for granted. They had a really good field goal kicker last year. It's always forgotten in every conversation. We go offense, defense, and we forget the year. I don't know what his final numbers were. That guy who's now kicking with the Patriots, right? Is that where he is? Borregales? He was unbelievable. When a kicker gets drafted, they're really friggin' good. And
Remember that one guy from FSU almost ruined it for all of them? Remember the Bucs? I think it was the Bucs. The Bucs took, was it Aguayo?
Second round.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, Florida State. Unbelievable, Florida State. And got to Tampa Bay. And
they call that the yips?
He just lost his confidence. It was bad. They had to cut him.
Yeah.
Second round. That's how when they were doing evaluation of how important a field goal kicker is. But they went second round to grab him. They didn't wait. Later on, they said, no, we need him. And boy, that thing did not work out. But I tell you what, a lot of games going to be close, and you're going to need the hot field goal kicker again, like you got last year. You got a little spoiled. So we're finally just about tomorrow. We're here. Dolphins will have a practice and then be taken off for Chicago. And to me, you go from homework to now you get the quiz and you get the test for all these young guys, whether you're Storm Duck, Ethan Bonner, and all the rest of those guys. Dante Trader, they're talking about Dante Trader going to get a lot. He's back now as a rookie safety that they drafted. You get a chance to see the draft class on Sunday play and a lot of young guys. And again, just another important step with this team. A lot of offensive linemen are going to play. They won't play a lot of the key starters, if at all, in this game. But I am really curious to see how everybody steps up. There is a thought that this team is pretty good, the first half of the roster, but needs to get more depth to it. So we'll find out. And the way you find out is Anthony Weaver says, we're going to play them, man. We're going to play them. We like them. They're going to be here. We got to get them ready to go. And so that's weighted. Matter of fact, here's Anthony Weaver talking about the cornerback situation.
Absolutely. I have a tremendous amount of faith in who we have playing out there right now, in our coaches, and in our front seven's ability to help them. But the one thing I know about that group, Storm Duck, Ethan Bonner, Kendall Sheffield, I can go on and on, is that they come out here every day and compete, which is all we ask for. And we know that because of that, right? You talk about iron sharpen iron. They're going to face better receivers than the guys that we have. So through that competition, both individually and collectively as a whole, that group is getting better. And when you have that mindset going into the day, right, like you can't help but respond to just what we're trying to do as a defense, right? So as we play better up front, those guys gain confidence both in their technique and fundamentals, and you're seeing that come to life. So while we may not have some of the names that you're used to around here in the secondary, no, I take that because we do have Minka Fitzpatrick. Let's not act like we're just, right, we don't have any names out there. But those guys are fighting to make a name for themselves, and I think you're going to see that once the regular season starts.
So that was Anthony Weaver yesterday, along with all the coaches who were available on Monday, talking about Storm Duck and Ethan Bonner and Hilton and Sheffield and Jack Jones and the safety class of guys and how good they might be. It's weird, though. It is a weird one. Woody, top 5 guys from last year. Your starting corners, starting nickel, and 2 starting safeties. 1 injured, 1 traded, and 3 gone.
I've been saying this all along, Joe. Maybe we'll get surprised. Maybe we'll get a pleasant surprise. Guys will step up and, make a name for themselves.
He's not going to put them in situations where they're not going to have a chance for success.
Yeah. Well, I do think the defensive line would be one of the better units on the team, though, right? Like they should, and like you was just saying, they should be able to help
Should be the
secondary
best
a little bit, right?
They should be the best group.
On the whole team?
Yes. That should be the best group.
Okay.
The front 7 should be the best group.
Tend to go towards receivers, but okay.
Well, you got 2 receivers right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. The starting 2 receivers are.
Well, that was your issue last year, is that you couldn't score points late in the season, right? That was your big issue, mainly because the offensive line couldn't block anyone.
Mainly because we had our
couldn't run
starting
the
quarterback
football.
miss 6 games.
That didn't help, but you also, it didn't matter, it was back there, right? You couldn't run the ball. You didn't have any time to throw. And that had to do with that too deep thing that bothers you.
I just think the strength of this group right now is where they spent the draft and the pass rushers coming back, 2 pass rushers coming back, Bradley Chubb, Phillips, and Chop. And then their middle linebacker, if you want to get in specifically, Jordan Brooks, Dotson, and Willie Gay. That's a pretty good combo, and KJ Britt in there as well. That's a pretty good group. So they have a really front 7 looks to be right now, not only the starters, but the backups look to be the best group. So again, we'll see what happens when it counts and how they do against Chicago and everything else. But we got to find out about the offensive line, the backups. And they're going to be without Austin Jackson for the next couple weeks. So that takes it through Chicago, through Detroit, and probably even Jacksonville. He may miss that as well to give him extra time to get healthy. And so you got to find out who your right tackle / left tackle backup to Patrick Paul can be, because he's not just going to line up and take every snap out here just because he's a young guy. But there's hey, I am sitting back and I'm going to watch to see, like you are, and then we'll see what it looks like. And see what it looks like. First game against the Colts on the road. They've got their own problems trying to figure out who the starting quarterback's going to be. And by the way, for the Dolphins, that all of a sudden is a little more important here than other places, the backup quarterback, because of what happened a year ago. Absolutely, we're not ready when Tua went down with a backup quarterback. Whether we won some games, and we did, we won a couple of the games, or we lost games, we did not have a good situation at backup quarterback. Just not good. And so all of a sudden it makes this year and the 2 guys we have, Wilson and Hewers, a little bit more important, right? Getting them ready to go. So,
obviously we hope we don't have to use those guys, but that would be nice.
It would be nice, but you can say that we're going to have injuries. And
I know, but I don't want to do the concussion thing again because it's getting exhausting.
The concussion?
Yeah.
Some of them were hip. At the end of the year was hip.
True. That's true. It was hip.
We got hipped out
but
the last couple.
Hip, whatever. The concussion thing, it's a rough debate, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you know what's going to happen if it happens again. You're going to get all the people that are like, how could you say that he can do what he wants, or how you got to stop him from playing and all that stuff, right?
I would say one more of these things.
He's not going to retire.
No, he won't. And by the way, one more, and he's like, all right, I understand what, like, hey.
Yeah, but like if the doctors clear him, the doctors clear him, right?
I'm not sure how at this
I don't
point
know.
how
I
it
mean, I'm
works.
just saying.
No, I don't know how it works at this point
Well, I
going
assume
forward.
somebody has to clear him.
I just wonder if somebody, I guess maybe the league can't do anything. Maybe you're right. Said, hey, listen, man.
We can't force him to retire.
This,
unless the doctors don't clear him, right?
You're playing with severe problems down the road.
The problem becomes, Joe, like if this guy's going to play, I don't know, however many more years, it's probably going to happen again.
Yes.
Like I don't
probably not going to go away.
It's possible.
Hey, a lot of guys get them. Some guys hide them better. Some guys bounce up and can fake the doctors out.
Josh Allen did it.
There's been a lot of guys.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of guys that have been hit, and they either don't check at all, or the guy goes in the tent and comes right back out. He's fine. And going, okay, I did a good job.
Tua goes all in on his concussions. Though.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
His have been pretty severe.
I can't ever remember seeing that level of concussion. Do you? Like, I don't know. You guys you teed off on other people's heads
I
when
saw,
you played, but
I can give you two guys that come up, and this a long, long time ago that went through bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Young and Troy Aikman. Do you remember? They were getting knocked and come back in and get knocked crazy, and yeah,
they do the stuff with the hands too, like
I don't remember.
Yeah,
the close-ups. I don't know. I'd be making that one up on you.
Some of those receivers too used to get just killed.
There were.
By the way, Antonio Brown, probably a good example.
I don't know. A lot of people think that hit he took against was that Cincinnati?
Yeah. I was watching some videos. They throw these old videos up. They were showing videos of Ray Lewis hitting guys.
Yeah.
And he was just, my God, man.
Launching.
Oh, a big guy.
So far.
He had a hit on Ocho Cinco. They showed in that video. And he just, Ocho Cinco was like in another universe.
I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, A lot of those receivers, though, man. It used to be like you could get a flag, right? But
you go back to the old days. You ever seen the footage of Lynn Swann going across the middle and the Raiders secondary? He didn't even have the ball, and they just collided right into his head and knocked him out. Just knocked him into another world. And he didn't have the ball. I mean, they're just like sending a message, don't run a square in around here. No, you're going to get hit. That's how they used to. I mean, it's crazy. Guys got hit. That used to be you run down the field and they'd hit you early, and they go, that's just a warning. That's like, so next time you run down here, I might go for the interception, but you're going to be thinking about me hitting you again. And sometimes it works. Because certain guys like, hey, we're going to run this seam route, and we want to let you know this guy, this guy's going to hit you. Thanks. It's just what I wanted to hear. How about an interception? Go for the interception once in a while. Hey, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot more. Going to college football with Brett McMurphy on 3 Sports College Football Insider. We'll talk to Brett about a lot of things going on, a lot of Miami Hurricane stuff, some Florida Gator stuff, some Florida State stuff. Florida State trying to bounce back from a 2-10. Damn, I forgot about that. Carson Beck will get into all that stuff with Brett coming up here in just a few minutes. First, though, I want to talk to you about Atlantic Men's Clinic. ED and low T is nothing to mess with, man. I've had low T, and, man, I remember when low T was so bad, I was so tired all the time, and weekends, like, I don't know what's wrong, man. I am dragging, it's age, this is normal at your age, this is what happened. No, something's not right. And then ED, and like, my wife's making excuses for me. My sex drive was hit and miss, and it was just miss. There was nothing going on. And finally, I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. I got the testing done and all the important stuff, the PSA test, met with their professionals. So they come back after you talk, and you have the consultation, and you go, all right, I'm going to go for it. Man, you get great results. They put together a program that's for you, that you will get great results, and I mean fast. Every man's going to go through ED and low T. It's going to happen to every guy out there. Sometimes in your 40s, sometimes in your 50s, about half the men in their 50s, 60s. Boy, all bets off in your 60s, 70s. You're probably in big trouble. Hey, all you have to do is go to Atlantic Men's Clinic, though. You're going to get great results. I can't tell you. Matter of fact, if Atlantic Men's Clinic, those guys are here right now, give them a big kiss because, man, I'm telling you right now, I got great results. They've got 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, including their brand new location in Hollywood. Call them today. Set up the first appointment. It's the most important one. Hear what they have to say. I know you care. I know you want to have more energy late in life, and I know you want your sex drive. Why do you want to stop? 877-455-7300 or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Atlantic Men's Clinic works.
Toyota of Hollywood on 441 Midtown Hollywood and Sheridan Toyota of Hollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you. We bring in an old friend, Brett McMurphy, on 3 Sports College Football Insider. Boy, it's that time of the year. Everybody's in camp now and trying to figure out. I saw Brett, and I bring you in here. You got your top 25, and you got Miami right there in good spot at number 9 in your preseason poll.
Yeah, good to talk to you, Joe. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys knew this, but I've been doing, been doing the AP poll at least the last probably 10 years or so, maybe a little bit longer. And I have yet to find one person that has disagreed with my preseason top 25 every single year. It's kind of uncanny how no one ever disagrees with that. I don't read any of my comments, so
you are too funny. Hey, so I have to ask you about it and your take on Carson Beck. Everybody, I guess, wherever you're coming from, has got a little different take. What are your thoughts on being Carson Beck being University of Miami quarterback?
Well, I think he'll do well. I think he'll be fine. I don't think it's, you know me, I'm a straight shooter. I don't think it's realistic that Miami's going to have the number one offense like they did with Cam Ward. And that doesn't mean they won't be successful. I actually think Mario will try to run the ball more because of the talent he has offensively. And obviously we know how much having an offensive line means to him. And I think Miami will have a outstanding offensive line, one of the best in the country again. But I think more importantly, I think Miami, even though the offense may not be as strong as a year ago, I think the team overall may be better because that's how much improvement I see defensively. I think the improvement on defensively is going to offset any regression or any dip they see offensively. So I think it'll be a net gain. But look, I mean, Beck will be fine. You know, he'll do what's needed. I've got Miami, you know, the second best ACC team, but behind a loaded Clemson team, one of the best teams Dabo's had there. But I just think offensively, I don't think it's realistic to expect Miami's offense to be better. But I think overall, the net gain is the Canes could be in a better position. But certainly we'll find out. You know, we'll find out in the first half of the season if Miami's a contender or pretender. Obviously, you know, you guys, I'm sure, are talking about the Notre Dame game every day. And then that 3-game stretch, you know, at the end of September, early October, where they go consecutive games with Florida at Florida State and then home against Louisville. I've got Louisville as probably the third or fourth best team in the ACC with SMU. So I think after that stretch right there, we'll know for sure what Miami's got. And if they're sitting at that stretch with only one loss, then I think they'll be a top 10 team, maybe higher, and the schedule sets up to really create a lot of momentum. The back end with the biggest test, you know, at SMU in November.
So we're so used to Notre Dame as they get set for that game Sunday, the August 31st. Hell, it's this month. This game's going to take place, and they're always physical, big, strong, and physical up front. It got them right to the final game in college football playoffs. Same deal. Got to stop the run. Is that how it kind of starts with Notre Dame?
Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah Love, one of the best running backs in the country. That's going to be the focal point of the offense. They lose Riley Leonard at quarterback. You know, freshman C.J. Carr is expected to win the battle. And, you know, you've got a freshman making his first start on the road. That's not easy. But Notre Dame does return a lot of talent. You know, last year they suffered the worst loss of the season, bar none, when they lose to NIU, and then they ran the table with 13 consecutive wins and give them credit. Got to the title game, if not for a tremendous third and long play to Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State. You know, that's a one-score game, and maybe Notre Dame can pull off the upset, but it's going to be a similar team. I think obviously Marcus Freeman is going to put the offense on Love, especially early. And it'll be interesting to see how much, leash they will give that freshman quarterback making his first start, on the road, which will obviously be one of the 2 or 3 biggest games of the opening week down in Miami.
Well, as you said, Miami Hurricanes also game 4, Florida number 15 in your poll, and Miami will play. And it's really interesting. They got off to such a bad start, but then they played their ass off with DJ Lagway. What's your take on the Gators? How much better are they to start this season?
Yeah, Joe, I think it's really simple. DJ Lagway is healthy. This is a team that can get to the college football playoff. If he is not healthy, and that's not always a certainty, this could be a team fighting to stay above 500. He was 6-0 as a starter last season. But Florida's schedule, besides Miami, it's tough. It's arguably the toughest in the country. They play 7 teams that are on my preseason top 25 ballot. So they could actually be a better team than last year, but it may not show on the win-loss record. But the biggest thing for Florida is Lagway's health. Shoulder injury last year. He was in a boot until a few days ago. Can he remain upright? That is the key for Florida. But even if he is 100% healthy with that schedule, a 9-3 schedule, 9-3 record with that schedule, I think they could have an outside shot to get into the playoff because that schedule is so tough. But certainly, the key is Lagway staying healthy for the Gators.
All right, I got to ask you about Florida State. We'll hit all the alumni down here, all the big schools. So Florida State 2-10 last year. I was shocked to see. They were unbelievable the year before. They hit the transfer portal, knocked it out of the park, got great quarterback play till the end when the first 2 guys get knocked out. Then last year, it's terrible. How do they bounce back off that 2-10? How do you like this Florida State team?
Well, I mean, obviously, it can't be any worse, right? That's the good news. I didn't have them in my top 25. I actually listed if I would have went 40 deep who my 40 teams were. I didn't have them in that group. I had them a little bit outside. I think they'll be a lot better. Obviously the change at quarterback. Gus Malzahn comes back and reunites with Mike Norvell. He'll be the Seminoles offensive coordinator. They brought in some quality transfers at wide receiver. They got a new defensive coordinator and Tony White, who comes in from Nebraska. I think they're going to be better. I don't know. I mean, look, just because they won't be in the top 25 in the preseason is not a bad thing. Last year's top 25, preseason top 25, 13 of the 25 teams ranked in the preseason top 25 did not finish ranked. Wow. So it's not necessarily a good thing to be ranked. And obviously Florida State was one of 3 teams that started the year ranked in the top 10 that finished unranked. So, the Alabama game, I'm not going to say it's huge for them because I'm not expecting them to win. But if they could pull off an upset, then certainly that would put them back as a legitimate contender, because a lot of people that I respect that are a lot smarter than me actually power rank Alabama as the number 1 team in the country. But even if they do lose that game, the schedule sets up nice. Other than Miami, and they have Miami and Clemson, obviously, and then the finale against Florida. Other than those 3, they could run the table the rest of the way. So, the question is, how are Florida State fans' mindset? Is 9-3 okay for them? Last year, if we would have said, "Hey, would you take 9-3?" they would have thought that was a disappointment until they rolled out a 2-10 season. So, is 9-3 good enough anymore for Florida State? I don't know. We could find out, but I could see a path to 9 wins, and obviously, if they beat Alabama, I think double-digit wins is a real possibility.
Brett, how close are we to getting to 16 teams? I saw the Big Ten and SEC had a little disagreement, which, by the way, I was surprised. I thought they were on the same page about everything. But what do you think happens? Can we get to 16 teams there soon?
Yeah, Joe, I don't think so. Basically, to simplify it as much as possible, the Big Ten wants automatic qualifiers to go to 16 teams for their top 4 teams. The SEC does not. And those 2 leagues need to agree to get a 16-team playoff format going. So unless there's some drastic compromise in the next few weeks, I don't think it'll happen. They have to announce before December 1st what the format is for the playoff for 2026. And so if they cannot agree on any change, then we simply will do the 12-team format again in 2026. The good news is, at least starting this year, is they got rid of the automatic buys for the conference champions. So the conference champs of the 5 best leagues will still get a bid to the playoff, but they won't automatically be seeded in the top 4. So that way the seeding will be more streamlined like the actual rankings are. But I don't see 16 teams, at least not in 2026. Yeah. Maybe they can figure it out for 2027.
Brett, before I let you go, does the ACC seem pretty solid for now? We had, a couple teams a little upset until they made a few adjustments on money. But you feel good about the ACC staying together for now?
I mean, forever, no. For the next 3 years, yes. For the next 6 years, no. I think when all the TV deals the playoff usually will go, or in both stuff, will usually go in six-year increments. So this is the end of this current contract. So you go 6 years from this year to like 2031. I think around 2030, 2031, when the buyout for all the ACC teams, that's all been made public what that is. Then I think if we are going to see some type of super league or 2 power conferences, SEC, Big Ten, by adding multiple members, then I think that's when that'll happen. But I think we'll see some stability for the next 2 or 3 years, but then buckle up. Miami fans know what it's like to have a hurricane hit South Florida, and there's going to be a big hurricane hit the ACC in about 4 to 6 years, I'm afraid.
Wow. Hey, speaking of ACC, Belichick, I know how good his team is. I hear everybody's thoughts. Everybody's all over the board. How good? I know he's going to coach him up, and he's Bill Belichick. How much talent does he have on that team?
Not a lot. I think they're about I think their win totals projected at 7.5, maybe 7 or 7.5. I think anything above 7 wins would be an achievement. I don't think they're going to be really good. I mean, for what it's worth, North Carolina opens against TCU at home. They opened up about a 2-point favorite a couple months ago. Now TCU's favored by 3. So what does that mean? I think that the smart people have looked at this North Carolina roster and looked at everything, and I think they're going to get a lot. They're going to be Colorado 2.0, if you will. Kind of the Dion effect with Belichick, but they get the national stage out of the gate against a TCU team that heck, anybody can win the Big 12, but they're pretty good. But talent wise, Joe, I think they're I don't think they're anywhere in the same level as the Clemson, Miami, even SMU, Louisville, so the of the ACC.
Brad, it sure is great talking to you, man. I really appreciate you coming on with us this morning. Can't wait to get this thing started. Just a few weeks away. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Brett McMurphy, on 3D Sports College Football Insider. And they're really good, man. Really, really good at getting information in college football. One of the absolute best. Hey, I'll tell you who else is the absolute best that I've been talking about for a while. Around the clock, air conditioning and plumbing. I used to sing it, man. I've cut back. Big Daddy Lenny liked the singing, but I lost Big Daddy Lenny a few years back. We haven't lost around the clock air conditioning and plumbing. Yeah, still about great service. Still about a couple of numbers I always throw out. What is it? I think it's like 37, 135, and 7. 37 years in the business, 135 trucks on the road every day, 7 days a week. That is part of what you get when you go to around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. Trained and certified technicians, the best in the business, and licensed and experienced plumbers who work 7 days a week. Hey, by the way, you need a new air conditioning unit, you need a new water heater, you don't have to order it anywhere. All you guys call around the clock. They got a warehouse full, all different sizes, ready to be delivered and installed to your home or your business or anything else. Same-day installation is always the goal. Financing plans, great people, still family-owned. Eric, Mike, Chippy, all the rest of them over there still going real strong at around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. You make sure you tell them Joe Rose said to give them a call. Say we're related, we're friends, we used to be friends. 1-888-349-6922 for around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing.
WQAM broadcasting live from the
Teddy Bridgewater. How do all these quarterbacks get hurt in camp? Somebody drop him back. Ah! Yeah. Still a young guy. Mid-30s. Got a chance to make a couple million. By the way, they had to give him something. He didn't go up there for free. He didn't go up there just to try out. Somebody on that staff say, get Teddy. Hey, you want me to do that close?
Joe, involves Teddy Bridgewater, and looks like he's going to go up and chat with the Bucks, and is expected to sign with them today.
So let me get this right. So, okay. So I pay for Uber and the food for my players on my team so they get to and from practice, and you guys decide to kick me out, even though I wasn't making any money. So I've been suspended. So, all right, I'll just go to Tampa Bay and play quarterback. I'll just go and be one of the quarterbacks there. So that's too bad. I'm happy for Teddy if that's what he wanted to do and stay fairly close to home. And by the way, he'll be with a lot of people don't know, but he'll be with a former teammate up there that played back in high school with on those great teams at Northwestern. Guy's been around for what's the linebacker's name? I just blanked. I'm hyping him up, and I forgot the old Northwestern.
David.
Oh, he's been there forever. God, I can't think of his name. He was. They all part of
it.
David. Yeah, that's it. Man, was he good? Still good. Jeez, keeps playing.
He would have taken that job regardless of, because we're getting a lot of people are asking, like, he would have taken that job regardless of the situation at that school.
Ooh.
And I'm guessing if the Bucks called and we're like, we
I don't know that. Only
but
Stevie the Barber knows that for sure. I have no idea. I'd be making that up. So I'm not sure.
That's a good gig.
He loves coaching, but if teams keep calling you to come back and they're throwing money and a position, and listen, Teddy's been around the league now, so it's not like he's coming back for $100,000. He's coming back for a couple million minimum. So I'm guessing that's he wouldn't just show up for camp unless he was going to be around all year. I can't imagine he'd go, hey, can I just be here for the camp? I'll do it. That sounds great. I'm guessing they had to give him some type of guarantee in there for that. Teddy loves playing, man, and loves being around the game, and he's very well respected. It's too bad, though. I feel bad for Northwestern that and again, he might have left anyway, like you said. I don't know. Only Stevie the Barber knows for sure. But that's Northwestern's loaded. Don't get me wrong now. Whoever's got that team. But
can I throw one at you here? We got someone texted me, perhaps a well-respected person. They said they'd rather have Teddy than Zach Wilson as their backup quarterback. Your thoughts on
that? No.
Yeah, I'm with you. By the way, I think
I like Teddy, but no.
I think Zach Wilson has potential to be probably pretty good. And look, we saw what the Jets did to the other guy, right? Darnold, he goes and plays his ass off, gets a contract. Like, this guy could, have a revival here. You never know.
He so there's a lot of people don't like Zach Wilson. Okay,
well, he's not likable. It's fair.
I don't know if you by likable or not likable by what things you say or how you look or like what.
Like, I get it with him. Like, he gives off the rich kid vibes, so people don't like him. It's whatever. He can't control that. It's not his fault.
But he's second overall pick in the draft for a reason. They didn't just like, hey, we need a guy that's got a blonde hair, beautiful girlfriend. No, they brought him in. And he's got some work now. By the way, his coach came out very open. Coach Bevel said, hey, man, he's got some scars we got to take care of. He's been scarred up. He didn't say it, but it was the Jets. he didn't come right out and say it, but he did everything but say the Jets kind of like he came down and he goes, I got beat up real bad in New York, and I need some help, man. I want Tua help. The same stuff Mike and you guys all did for him, can you do for me? And he's still got some work left. He's still got a lot of work left in that pocket and throws and learning the system. And that's why all this stuff. And there are a lot of people rooting for Quinn Ewers. There are a lot of people rooting for the young guy, the guy that was supposed to go in the second or third round, ends up going in the seventh round and played at Texas. And, he's a rookie. And they want to, and you'll get to see both of them. You'll get to see both of them. But
so Omar texted me and he said about Teddy. He said he told teams he'd only play for him after the high school season's done. It's been 2 years of teams trying to employ Teddy.
Okay.
Some teams want him on their coaching staff. I don't know. This seems like a really good gig for him.
Well,
The Bucks depth chart is Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, and the guy he's coming in to replace is Michael Pratt.
Kyle Trask is a number 2. I forgot about that. He's been there for a few years now, former Gator.
I mean, he could end up as the backup on that team, I would think.
I don't know if Omar's saying that he knows that he had chances to go other places and stayed, and
that'd be a tough gig to turn down, man.
So you only
I
have
know he
so
likes
many.
coaching high school.
You have only so many years. I'm guessing. You know, it's one thing. I know Teddy's made a lot of money. Teddy has made a lot of money as a quarterback, but you know it's hard to turn down $2.5, $3 million, $4 million. What? That's a lot of money. You get out in the real world, you go, hey man, there's not a lot of those. Check that. There's no jobs out there waiting for you. So I get it. And then this one was an easy one. Once they got rid of him, told him don't come around. He's like, all right, well, I put this team together, and I picked up a big fat tab. Hey, Northwestern, the alumni and boosters, you guys go at it. Start doing the bake sales and stuff, because I won't be around to pick it up. I don't think Teddy got a lot of support from the school. I think my sources are telling me that
you have good sources.
Good sources, yeah, very good sources. Now, he didn't get a lot of support from that school, which is really weird. Somebody wins a championship for you and gets the kids all fired up, and the team is just, I mean, they just drilled people through the playoffs. You got all these guys. Some more guys have transferred in. I don't know if they still did when they found out Teddy wasn't going to be there, but there are some guys on their way. They got some really good players. And you don't get support. And I don't mean to pick on the principal and AD. I'm not doing that. It's just what was told to me. But why would the AD not support Teddy right down to walking him to the car when the news came out? Like, why would you not be all in? Guy's good for the kid that went to high school there, comes back to coach there. And by the way, he was telling everybody when he was finishing up here that he was going back. That's what he wanted to do. That already spread that he was coming back and had a handshake and was coming back to coach. But it is hard to turn down that money. I see both sides of it. Hey, can you come back? And
you're right about the short time span. I mean, he can coach high school football for the next
he can come
30
back
years
later
if he wants. Yeah.
By the way, he'll have jobs waiting for him when he comes back.
He can coach college football or
there'll be
football,
jobs waiting for his ass when he comes back, Woody.
By the way, Texter said Zach Wilson will soon be the starter here. That came from 305. Another guy said Ewers will be number 2 in week 1. Mark it down.
I love to mark it down. Hold on.
Yeah, write it down.
I've been waiting. It's
By
marked.
The way, people can see that you're writing it down.
It's marked. Yeah, I'm not Tyreek. Hey, man.
There you go. Let me see. Can you hold it up a little higher so they can see? There you go. There you go. Nice.
I'm marking it down. Quinn Ewers starter. No, backup. Excuse me. Backup week 1 against the Colts. Hey, listen, if he plays lights out, I don't know. And the other guy, I don't know. Kind of hard to imagine.
Hey, man, the Quinn Ewers thing would be a great story if he's the next Brock Purdy. Be a fantastic story.
Hey, by the way, if he ends up being really good, you ran right into something you didn't think you were getting when you drafted him in the 7th round.
That's exactly what happened with the 49ers,
That's
right?
exactly what happened. I'd love to have that problem where this guy plays like everybody thought he was. You know, there was a time when everybody said he was going to be the first quarterback taken. Second guy was going in the first round, and then injuries and all the other things took him away. Hey, man, I didn't realize it. You know what time it is? It's 9:00. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment.
How'd you like to see the Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December? So easy to enter. Log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQAM for 1 hour. For more chances, listen every day and you could win. Winner receives round-trip airfare to Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort.
Astros 8-2. Sandy Alcantara gave up 6 earned runs, including 5 in the fourth. The Fish look to bounce back in Game 2 tonight with the first pitch at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Over to the Dolphins. We'll get a day off today with one more practice in Miami tomorrow. They'll head to Chicago for a joint practice on Friday before Sunday's preseason opener. And the Canes will get a day off today. We'll be taking the show on the road, broadcasting live from Canes Camp on Thursday morning. We also had some breaking news in the NFL this morning. Joe, Teddy Bridgewater expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Good for Teddy, man. If that's what you want, well, what are you going to do? Sit around and be at a school that you've been suspended from, you're not getting support from, you got to go.
Well, it's a great gig for him. He might end up the backup there. By the way, Joe, our training camp reports on WQAM are sponsored by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. MDCPS Technical Colleges offer over 60 affordable accredited programs, day or evening hands-on training aligned with local employers. Call 305-558-8000 or visit careerinayear.com and launch your future today.
Can I just say this real quickly?
You can say whatever you want. Sure.
If you've got kids, they're wasting your damn money, and you're frustrated they don't go to class, and you're forcing them to go to college, and they're not into it, and you're just getting more and more frustrated, put them in one of those, put them there. One of those technicals, man, you tech jobs, you learn something, you find something you like, you learn how to do it, and you go get a job instead of sitting around smoking pot all summer. Lying. Oh, yeah, everything's going great. I haven't seen any of your grades. Oh, you'll see them. Oh, you're going to like them. Wait till you see them, man. All right. Hey, Woody, we got all kinds of stuff going on, as you said here. Thursday, going out to University of Miami. First day of full pads. Can't wait. And then we'll be off and running. And, like everybody, kind of curious to see what the defense is going to look like, what the offense overall is going to look like, the depth of the team. But I can tell you how they feel. They feel like this thing is not just going to be throw the ball up and down the field for 4 quarters and hope you have the ball last and can win after your defense can't get any stops. They're hoping this thing's a lot more balanced. They have a running game, so you don't have to throw it every down, which they actually had a good running game last year, but it sounded so good I said it that way. And then, hey, man, the other part is no pressure, but the new kicker from Texas, man, we need you. We need you to be really, really good, because that Borregales kid was unbelievable. The guy we never talked about because of everything. That guy was, I don't know what his final numbers were, Woody, but they are good enough to get you drafted. What are you going, the 5th round, 6th round? And pretty high to the New England Patriots, to the Drake May story. So anyway, we'll be out there for that. Looking forward to it. New coordinator defensively, a lot of new faces, some young guys getting a chance, got to step up and play. And then there'll be some real real fun to watch that offensive line. It should be the strength of the team again, like last year, along with the quarterback who was strength by himself with the way he played. But watching Carson Beck throw will also be fun. Then Miami Dolphins taking off Wednesday, and we will be shooting up to Chicago for a Sunday 1:00 game against Chicago with a practice in there. And then they're just going to stay on the road. First time I can remember stay on the road going right to Detroit.
How do you do in Chicago? I know it's a big heartburn city. You gonna be all right up there?
I'm all right. I got this medicine now. I'm good.
Okay. You do the hot dogs?
Hey, we keep those guys from anything on the show. You guys okay over there? Steph, you all right, Steph? You need something? You're good. Okay. All right, go ahead. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to make sure you're okay, Steph. Good. Make sure you get you a sandwich while you're back there, too, and a beer. We apparently are the last stop. What happened to all the FM girls?
Speaking of sandwiches,
yeah.
What'd you bring this morning?
I brought it.
Oh, you brought it up, bro. I'm gonna ask.
I brought a peanut butter and jelly.
Nothing wrong with that. I loaded up on that yesterday, man.
So I got to eat
the
something.
Back to school shopping.
Woody, I do like peanut butter and jelly.
Well, you can't bring peanut butter to the schools anymore.
Well, you can bring it here when I'm eating it.
You better not kill anyone with that.
You're right, though. I know the schools of.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's a big no-no.
Very serious. Very serious.
So yeah. Anyway, so Dolphins going on the road. Detroit for a full week. Get there. They're getting there Sunday night, and they're staying. They'll be coming home Saturday night. That is a long, long week. I had to check out and come back home for a few days. Woody, do some radio with you before we go back and hit it. But should know a lot about this team, man, coming back for Jacksonville. I got to tell you, it's a third preseason game, and then we got the bye week. If you're not familiar, you forgot how it works now in the NFL. Then the following week is the opener. But Travis Hunter comes to town. I'm really looking forward to seeing this guy. This is the Jacksonville second overall pick, Travis Hunter, starting wide receiver, and also some have said the best cornerback on the team as well. Can you imagine that? Lining up. I don't know how they're going to use him. I am dying to see. They're going to play on both sides, but there's got to be, and I get it'd be really easy and obvious passing situations on both sides of the ball to play him if he's really good. But, boy, if you play him too much, you're just
how much is this guy going to shorten his career by doing this? It just seems weird.
Aren't you kind of looking forward to seeing him play, though?
Selfishly, yes.
I mean,
but
just
like
because,
if I was this guy's agent, I would be like, you may want to pump the brakes a little on this.
This is the Ohtani special, man. This is not only hit home runs.
I know, but Ohtani doesn't get hit.
I throw it 100 miles an hour.
Ohtani doesn't take hits from people.
Blows out his arm. But no, you're right.
I know. But you get what I'm saying. A little bit different.
But they've been playing him both ways of practice.
I know, but how much does this destroy his future? Like
playing 2 games in 1 game?
Yeah, I mean, it's no seriously.
playing 2 games in 1 game. Hey,
when you say
everybody
like that,
else
it just sounds
played
really
60
dumb.
snaps and you played 120. How you feel, kid?
I know they're not going to play him that much, but
16 games left. Go get
you play an extra 10, 15 a game. That's a lot.
I am dying to see how it looks.
It'll probably look really good. He's probably very good.
Oh, I think he's going to be really good. Yeah. He had 4 interceptions last year on top of 80-something catches. And what do you have, 13, 14, 15 touchdowns? It seemed like every time you turned on the TVs, had another touchdown.
This is why guys need to protect themselves, though, too, right? Like, I mean, I'm guessing Jacksonville doesn't care.
Well,
they'll run him into the ground. They don't. What do they care?
Well, listen, he got a nice signing bonus to start with. And I know there's more money,
I
but
know,
don't make it sound like.
I know. But the next contract you'd like to get.
And also, he's unique. He knows he's unique, and he wants to play. Everything about this guy said this guy just, hey, man, let me play. I want to play both ways. Okay, now let me play on the other side. Come on. I can stop that guy. Let me cover that guy. It's crazy. Just a great story for the league. Great story for this for the NFL. All right, hey, listen, we've got to get all caught up here this morning as we can continue. Teddy Bridgewater, man, going to Tampa Bay. Not far.
It's a good team.
He got a good team.
It isn't far. What's that take you? 3 hours?
They've got a good team. They've got a couple of Northwestern guys on that team too.
Yeah.
Be a lot of guys up there.
That's a team that's probably they're talking in Tampa Super Bowl.
They
got close.
I just wonder, like
the Lions, they ran into
for
that
Teddy to
1 year,
take
right?
that job in his situation. There's no way he just went in there without some kind of bonus, or because if not, they could go, "Hey, Teddy, thanks, and camp's over. We're going to let you go." I just don't think they do that, and Teddy would let that happen.
Well, they're going to keep 3 quarterbacks, aren't they? He's going to make that team.
There's no other rookie on that team.
There's some guy named Connor Balzac.
See, now there you go. Ballsack again? Is that who you're getting ready to say, the Ballsack guy?
Who this guy is? Let's see.
Next thing you're going to tell me D's. It's D's nut guy.
Connor Balzac. He's from Bowling Green. He's a rookie.
Okay.
He's wearing a nice tie in his picture on ESPN.
All right. Well, good for Teddy, man. We're all for Teddy. Anything good for Teddy. That's just
well, the other guy, Michael Pratt, that's the guy he's going in for. That's the guy that he has the O next to his name on ESPN.
Is he out for the year or what?
They said it's back. He's week to week with back soreness. Back's never good.
I just can't imagine Teddy's just going to show up for being armed for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Guy's 23. This guy, Michael Pratt. He's out of Tulane, 7th-round pick.
I just see Teddy going, hey.
The other guy's not very good either, though. Kyle Trask.
But hasn't he been the backup?
Well, Baker doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. You're right. I was going to think.
For a little guy, he's durable.
He plays all of them. You're right.
I can't believe Baker's ended up being a good quarterback. That is stunning.
Why is that stunning? It's the number one overall
bounced
pick.
Around the league, all over the place.
A lot of guys liked him.
God, Cleveland.
Adam Gase would have taken him first overall.
I'm like, I think guys like, I know Mike Florio's like guys you get to choose where they end up playing, and I think the draft is fine as long as it's not a quarterback going to Cleveland, because that's just like they're going to destroy Shedeur Sanders. He's not going to have an NFL career because
it might never even get started.
I know. He's never going to see a snap there, right? In a real game.
Now they've added another guy to the room. What are we doing here, guys? I've never heard of 6 guys less than 2 weeks in, and you got 6 guys under contract.
The competition.
Well, injury, suspension,
Why
competition.
is Joe Flacco still playing football, by the way?
Because he's a starter.
He's got to go on that quarterback show. I got to know what motivates that guy.
Hey, man, Joe sits around on that couch with all those kids, and she goes, hey, they call you. Joe, we need you to come and start. You know he's going to start the opener.
His arm never, went away.
Joe Flacco can throw it.
How come all those guys, like Peyton Manning, all these guys, that their arm finally, goes?
Not Joe.
Never went away.
No, Joe looks like he can still throw it 1.5 miles, doesn't he? All right. Hey, I'll tell you who else can get some good work done for you. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Oh, that man has no life. He's always working 7 days a week. I always tell everybody, listen, you got 30 years of experience, and you're Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. You put together some pretty darn good programs to help people out. If you've been self-employed and been declined by the banks, Michael Kotze's got a great program for you. Hey, how about getting the process started even on the weekends just to get you approved? First-time home buyers, the biggest thing for you is to get pre-approved ahead of time, so when you're out shopping for that home and you agree to a price, you got the money. It's all set. It's all ready to go. All you have to do is call Michael Kotze, and here you go. You are off for Chicago. Get in there and then have a practice, I believe, on Thursday against the Bears, and then get some more work in and get set for Sunday. And then the following game is on a Saturday. I believe they're both 1:00 games too. So just don't see 1:00 games in the preseason very much. And you don't see a team stay on the road for 2 weeks in preseason very much. Different world now with all of a sudden these practices are a lot more important that these teams have. They can get special looks, get matchups they want, work on certain things they want their team to see, and get their veterans. I think it's almost as good for the veterans as the rookies. And then I'm guessing Mike McDaniel is going to have a ton of names X'd off that won't be playing against Chicago. I already see it coming in on some of the other games that the top players will not be playing in week 1, but we'll be getting a lot of work during the week and all those things. So it's a fine line, man. It's a very, very fine line. You want to do enough work to get your team ready to go and be physical as you think you need to, but at the same time, you want the most important thing is to have everybody healthy, ready to go for week 1. And for the Miami Dolphins, that means the Colts on the road in week 1 in an early must-win road game. Don't get me wrong, they're all important, but be real good for this group to get off to a good start. Real good start, and against the Colts who've got their own problems. You're gonna see a lot of power rankings that are out. Off-season NFL power rankings, preseason NFL power rankings. Not everybody's got the teams and working off your record from a year ago and who you're getting back and who you drafted, who you brought in with free agency, your quarterback situation. And the Dolphins, they play, now don't get me wrong, they play some of the best teams in Baltimore and obviously Buffalo a couple of times. And Washington's got a nice team. You can go through the list. They've got some tough games. But they also, at the other end of this, the Browns, the Saints, the Panthers, those teams are 29, 30, and 31 in power rankings. Well, whatever it's worth. That doesn't mean a whole lot, except they usually means they weren't very good a year ago, and they got to see it to believe it going forward. I happen to think the Patriots are going to be a lot better than they were a year ago. But that team last year was terrible. That team did not have a lot of talent on it. It had lots and lots of problems. So anyway, saying all that stuff, it's a long season, and you got a lot of things to clean up, a lot of things to fix, just working off of last year, and get some guys back, hoping you stay healthy. Still a little thin on the offensive line. Got to get that thing either more experience and get more confidence in some of the guys you have, or you'll be looking on other teams' rosters here in a couple of weeks if you think it's not what you have, if you think you don't have enough. It's a lot of interesting things to get to. By the way, Marlins got a couple more games at home against the Astros, who put it on them last night, 8-2 loss. 5-run fourth inning. 3 of them were doubles. Sandy Alcantara, rough inning. Outside of that, he was pretty good, but the damage was pretty much done after the 1 inning for him. Besides all that, we got University of Miami. We're going to be going out there in a couple of days. We'll be at the U for the first day of full pads with the team. Well, they pretty much going to be ranked, 9 or 10, Woody, with everybody?
Yeah, give or take there. But you know what, Joe? Like Brett said earlier, Brett McMurphy, we'll find out the first month where this team's at. Like, they'll either be the number 1 team in the country, or we'll have some work to do.
So they're most likely playing a team that in Notre Dame that's going to be 5, 6, or 7, seems like, in the country, right at the top. They should be. They went to the final game last year. Played Ohio State pretty tough, actually. Hung around in that game.
Yeah, Notre Dame's one of the best teams in the country. And you got Florida, who's probably going to be pretty good.
Florida's looked like a different team at the end of the year. They were beating all the SEC teams at the end.
And regardless, they're going to have talent on that team.
They beat LSU, Ole Miss. They put it on all of them. Gave Lane's team a little beating.
And I know they got that quarterback they seem to like now. So
he's a good player. There's good reason to like him if he can stay healthy.
It's a favorable schedule in that you don't have to travel much. So that certainly helps, right? I think you leave Florida till like November.
Yeah, it is a weird schedule that way. But Woody, like a broken record, doesn't matter who the head coach is. You got to win those ACC games. Yeah,
I know.
And
that's why it's hard, though, too.
Seems
because
like
it's
every year somebody gets you.
Those games in the beginning, they're exciting, they're fun, all that stuff. But, yeah, the ACC is really the only thing that matters, right? Because that's the path to the playoff.
I always love when somebody says, well, these are all winnable games. And you're like, yeah, but they should be. But then Georgia Tech grabs you. Yeah. And Syracuse gets you.
Their ACC schedule is not easy this year. I mean, it's been easy any year, but
every game was a dogfight.
Tough games on
that
there.
10-3
ACC championship game will be tough. Should they make it there?
How many of those 10-3 games last year? Their 10-win season. How many games they lock up before late in the fourth quarter? How many games did they lock up early? How many games are locked up after 3 quarters?
I know there's some games that he certainly did not have locked up that come to mind.
Well, that's the only ones you think of.
Cal game, obviously, they had to come from behind. And
had one of the greatest comebacks in college football history to do that. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, but look, you got FSU on the schedule, obviously, and they think they're going to be better. I don't know.
Well, they got to be better than 2-10. They can't be that bad.
Well, they can only be 2 losses worse.
If they change that quarterback situation, they're going to be better. Boy, was he bad last year.
Yeah, SMU is going to be very good. SMU is like a top 15 team. I saw. I think Brett had them in the top 15.
Lashley's a hell of a coach, and they got money, and they are.
They do have money. Yes, they do.
Money's not a problem.
Va Tech and Pitt. I mean, you know how that goes.
Arduzzi's always got a good team. He's always got a physical team, doesn't he? So anyway,
you go up for that game and just stay. Make Pittsburgh your home for like 2 weeks, and then you get the Dolphin game.
Just go up and
just stay there. There's gonna be some nice stuff to do in Pittsburgh, right?
No.
I've never been.
We'll just do. You never been to Pittsburgh?
No. Why would I go to Pittsburgh?
You haven't been to California?
I have been to California briefly.
Oh,
but I mean Pittsburgh, like it's not a vacation spot, is it? You travel with an NFL team, man. That's why you go to all these places. I wouldn't think you would go to Pittsburgh on your own.
I did go to Pittsburgh on my own. I actually
visit
did.
Family?
I went to see my cousin. I went to see my roommate.
Well, that's different. I'm saying like just randomly go. Like out of all the places, like I'm not going to pick Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh was not a bad place. Don't say anything bad about
it's
Pittsburgh.
Bad, but it's like if I'm picking places to vacation to.
Yeah, we got to get you out, though. As you get older, you and the family got to get on that. You got to do the California vacation one time. I told you I would love just do that.
But you only hear bad things about it, though.
Stay away from San Francisco and L.A. Go down the coast.
Great.
Let me check that. Stay away from. All right. Hey, listen, we got a lot more stuff. Bradley Chubb, Dolphins outside linebacker, is going to join us coming up. We'll talk to Bradley for a couple of minutes as he gets himself set after being out all of last year, ready to go off to a great start in camp. Right now, I want to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T. It is time to get rid of it, fellas. If you're dealing with it, and you know you are, your energy level is shot, you're in a fog all the time, you just seem like you're half out of it, you just seem like you just never all there. If you're starting to feel like that, it's normal. Low T can really mess with you. And then on top of that, ED usually follows Low T, and your sex drive is hit and miss. And then you've noticed recently, if you're to be honest, it's just a big miss. And if you're going through that, Atlantic Men's Clinic can do it for you. They can fix everything up for you. The T, the PSA test. You meet with their professionals. They will put together a plan that's perfect for you to get great results fast. That's what it's all about. Hey, it happens to men in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You don't have to be on that list anymore. And if you want your energy and sex drive back and really get more out of life and start doing things like you used to, by the way, when you're not active, that's how you gain weight. Atlantic Men's Clinic is going to tell you the same thing. Hey, 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, including a brand new, beautiful location